Streets raise me, Wallstreet pays me. 2 million in taxes for a hood, it's crazy. I used to be that half a brick, whole key, baby. Now I cop that real estate and Uncle Sam hate me. Every dope boy dream to make $1 million off that yay. Off options play, we made $1 million in a day. Tell me how we go from broke but got so many niggas paid. And I'm never switching sides, but I taught niggas how to trade. Copping stocks for that low like selling work. And that joke, my re-up money secure. I got in, I got out. Giving all glory to God. Hold up, this ain't me. Tell me how we went from trapping to rapping on BET. Last week I told investing to the Kansas City Chiefs. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. They say trap a perfect mixture of Warren Buffett and Meach. No more shoebox money, them portfolios elite. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. I'm gone.
What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Welcome to another episode of Trappin' Tuesdays, man. Where my button at? Was it? There you go. There you go. There you go. I need to hit a clap, dog. I need to hit a clap. That was on me, man. All right, man. Listen, we have an amazing show in store for y'all tonight, man. Want to just say thank you for each and every one of y'all that tune in each and every week. I promise y'all, we cannot do this show without you. We are nothing without you. So from myself and my team, we just want to say thank y'all. And we want to give y'all a round of applause because tonight is going to be a hell of a night. Let's go. All right, man. So as I've been just watching how the market has been moving this week, as I have been anchoring myself and just listening to people and hearing the emotions, I come to this idea. And the idea is that in the face of adversity, can you have the audacity to see opportunity? In the face of adversity, do you have the audacity to see opportunity? One of the most amazing stories to me about preparation, strategy, and execution is a story in the Bible. And in that story, I believe it's Genesis 41, we see a Joseph that has experienced so many things. We see a Joseph that has been given a vision, been given a dream, but has went through many adversities. And he shared his dream with people that he loved, people that he appreciated. And he found that those people saw a sense of hate, jealousy. It's a thing that he couldn't control. But through that, during that, he never wavered. And because he never wavered, it positioned him. And before we even get into the story of that, I want to just talk about how never wavering can actually be a positioning to what's next. I want to talk about how anchoring yourself to the vision, anchoring yourself to the purpose can be positioning you for what's next. And then we see later on, we see Joseph get in position where, because of his abilities to see and interpret, it got him in a room that he wouldn't have normally been in. But it got him in a room that was destined for him. And the prerequisite for him to get into his destiny was never wavering in adversity. Let me say that again, Jose. The prerequisite for you to get in a room that is attached to your destiny is never wavering in adversity. But the Pharaoh had this dream, Jose. And the dream was 7 fat cows got eaten by 7 skinny cows. And then 7 full grain got eaten by withering grain. To me, that's a concept. And God, I don't want to take your message and put it in my own way, but I just want to use it in the way that I see it. As a person who always sees opportunity and adversity. And as a person who, when the world is screaming fearful, and when the world is screaming the sky is falling, I'm a person that says, oh, this is an opportunity for me to build. So I just want to take this moment and use this as my interpretation. That's an interpretation to me that wealth comes in cycles. That's an interpretation to me that if I don't preserve the wealth when I have it, poverty will eat me alive. But it's also an interpretation that says, if the people in poverty position themselves, they can eat well off the wealthy. That also tells me that if I'm in position and I see the wealthy over here, it's telling me that I also have the opportunity to become fat. It's also telling me that when everything is in abundance, people get lackadaisical. When everything is in abundance, people disregard the little things. When everything is in abundance, we forget that there's a famine not far away. And those who prepare, those who position, and those who have strategy can capitalize. We got a lot of new investors. We got a lot of new people that really want to build wealth. We got a lot of people that really see this market as the opportunity for them to change their lives. But the only time they see the market as that opportunity is when the market is running high. But there's a misconception when the market is running high, because most of us say that we want the market to pull back. Most of us say that we want to buy low and sell high. But really and truly, most of us, when we get in the market, you really don't want the market to ever fall. And so when the market does do what it normally does and you're not in position, then you become the fat cow that get ate by the skinny cow. You become the full grain that gets devoured by the withering grain. Because what we don't realize is that while we chasing and while you running high, there's always somebody sitting on the side saying, if it comes here, if it goes there, that's when I get in at. Do you have the audacity? Do you have the audacity to see adversity as advancement? Do you have the audacity to see adversity as your edge? Do you have the audacity to see adversity as the golden opportunity? See, we can get intoxicated by the euphoria of profits. We get intoxicated by the idea of seeing money being made in a way that I've never seen it being made before. We get the market is this intoxicating place, and it takes moments like this to sober you up. I told Jose, I said, bro, 4 days, $1.3 million going out my account, bro. But every day I walk in this joint with a smile. My attitude ain't changed. My attitude ain't shift. But here's why. It's no different than me in 2023 or 2024, and in 6 weeks, it took $800,000 from me. The only difference is I'm in bigger positions now, so the money does change. But guess what? The market does what the market does, and it's my job to understand that and be patient, to position myself. It's my job to say, oh, I'm not going to be a fat cow that gets skinny. It's my job to say, I will still graze the land. It's my job to say that I will still graze the land. No matter what my position is, no matter what my size is, I'm going to graze the land. The only time you really be scared of money being moved around in the market is when you're truly not confident in your ability to make money in the market. So because I understand that, I started the account with $400,000. We got it up to almost 5 million. All right, we down in M and some change. Guess what? We just took a M 1,300,000 and put it on the side. So when the market came down, we just deployed the capital. Are you bold enough to see the adversity as an opportunity? Are you bold enough to say, yep, it went from this to this, but dog, on the other side of that, I just put another in there. That's gonna look good on the other side. If I had a limited vision, if I had a perspective that says, the world is ending, if I had a perspective that said, this is the end of the world, then I would cash out of everything and say, no, I'm gonna sit here. But I understand the cycle. Watch this. When Joseph had the dream, the next thing he did was position himself. He understood that before the famine came, if I use what I had and put some stuff in the storehouse, when the famine came, I could still eat. So while the fat cows graze in the land, you don't allow them to eat all the what? The nutrients. While the wheat growing, you don't just let it grow wild. You say, hey, let me take some of it and let me store it. So in the famine, I can still eat. I ain't living off gluttony of profits. I ain't on a gluttony. I'm not thinking that the market ain't gonna never fall. I'm not thinking that it's gonna do this forever. I'm not thinking, oh, because Trump in office, the market ain't gonna never fall. Oh, because Trump in office, we gonna make a whole bunch of money right now. I'm not thinking like that. I made a call to my people and said, hey, y'all, the best time to take profits is when the market is up. So you cash out at 1.3 million, you put it on the side. The market still runs for a week. I ain't trying to chase nothing. I said, bet, I'm okay. So when the market starts doing what it typically does in the February month, you say, okay, now is the time. And because I'm not trying to predict where it bottoms out at, I say I can position myself and I'm willing to lose this much in a play because I know once it turns, I'm already in position and I ain't got to chase it. I ain't never got to chase the market. I just got to position myself. You know, kind of like what Ruth did. Right? When Boaz told her, hey, just leave something for her, right? She was still in the field. She ain't go to another field. She was in position to do what? Eat off what? What they left. Because the market gonna leave trails. I just need you to understand that the market leaves us trails. And you ain't gotta be discouraged. You ain't gotta think that this game ain't for you, because I promise the game ain't identifying you. The game ain't looking at you saying, I don't want you to make no money. The game ain't looking at you saying, nope, you black, you can't make no money. You poor white, you can't make no money. You Puerto Rican, you can't make no money. You got bad credit, you can't make no money. Your mama and daddy was split up, y'all can't make no money. Your mama went to jail, you can't make no money. You had a divorce, you can't make no money. You got 2 kids and none of the fathers there, you can't make no money. You got 3 strikes on your back, you can't make no money. You a convicted felon, you can't make no money. I promise you the market ain't saying none of that. I promise you the market ain't saying that. I promise you all the negative thinking that you thinking about the market is truly just in your head. I promise you that just in your head. I promise the stories that you making up is just in your head. I promise the pressure that the market putting on you is only pressure because it's in your head. I promise you, when you get where I'm at, you can walk around and be like, bro, that's 1 million in 3 days, bro. I ain't even tripping on that. Hey, what we got to do today? Hey, what are they, man? Hey, if this get here, I'm going to strike again. The problem is we got to get more familiar with not just the market. We got to get familiar with the cycles that money go through. We got to get familiar with the cycles that it go through, that we have to go through in order to become wealthy. We got to experience, we got to get more familiar, we got to flirt a little more with wealthy activities. We got to flirt with that a little bit more. Right? We gotta flirt with that a little bit more. We gotta flirt. We gotta put some money in a play that gonna make us uncomfortable. Because you know how you build up your financial fortitude. You know how you build up your charisma. Is you make a play that make you uncomfortable. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. I don't know how to play it safe, y'all. I don't know how to play it safe. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Like if you really rock with Trappin, you see me, you know I ain't never really played it safe. I'm in your face. I'm that guy. right? But what comes with that what comes with that is being talked about. What comes with that is he don't know what he's talking about. What comes with that is failure. What comes with that is seeing your account take a hit you ain't never seen it take a hit before. But I remember I said something one time and people didn't understand it. I said, hey, in order to make 10,000, 100,000, you gotta be willing to lose what? 10. In order to make $1 million, you gotta be willing to lose 100. Bro, I told y'all from the jump, my goal was 10 million. I ain't set that number just to make it sound like a number. I set that number because I know in order for me to get where I gotta go at, I gotta go through some stuff. But I ain't stopping at 10. The 10 is just a segue to get to 100. I already did $1 million in the play. We trying to do 3, 5. People don't tell you about how much money they lost because they think it's gonna make them look like a failure. They don't think it's gonna be attractive. They think you're not gonna be attractive to them. I'll be honest with you, y'all. I'm gonna go after this goal whether you rocking me or not. I'll keep it real with you. I'm gonna go after this goal whether you rock with me, whether there's one person on the Patreon or 1 million people. I'm gonna go after this goal regardless. The problem is you gotta ask yourself, is I'm rocking with him or am I ain't? Because I ain't gonna never hide nothing from you. Greatness come with a price, y'all. Freedom come with a price, y'all. You gotta be willing to do something that nobody else ain't gonna do. You gotta be willing to do stuff to make people say, damn, you lost what? Because I remember when I seen Bill Ackman lose $400 million in a Netflix play, I said, ooh. But I also remember him turning 2 point something billion into 200. I said, he's sick with it. He's sick with it. So there's people that play this game at a certain level, and I'm gonna just be honest with you, y'all. The level that you can't phantom is a level that don't make sense to you. The level that you can't phantom is a level that really don't make sense to you. And a level that don't make sense to you comes with a risk that you'll never comprehend. And a risk that you'll never comprehend is a battle that you ain't never willing to fight. I tell all my people every day, all day, you may win as a unit. You may win as a family. You may win as a team in this game. But I promise you lose by yourself. But watch this. Here's the amazing part, Jose. How your account go down 1.3 million in 4 days and you still up 300K realized on the year. I mean, you're doing something right. That means you're doing something right. But I promise you lose by yourself. Because when the market closes and you close the app, you gotta take that El Dolo. You gotta take that El Dolo. And you got a decision to make in that moment. No matter if it's $200, no matter whether it's $2 million, you gotta make a decision in that moment. Do I get up and keep fighting? Or do I bow out gracefully? Do I bow out gracefully? Do I bow out gracefully? Now, here's the thing about bowing out gracefully. Yep, you took your L's, you moved on. But guess what? The game keeps going. And guess what? On the other side of your loss, somebody else winning. Somebody else is preparing the victuals. Somebody else has already put everything up. They've already said, if the market does this, hey, I'm all in. And there's some people saying, hey, you got me this round, but I'll be back. There's some people that say, that's good, but you can't break me. There's some of us that say, hey, I was prepared for this, bet. Because I'm always getting my lick back. You can't avoid losses in this game. You show me somebody that ain't never lost a trade, I'm gonna show you somebody that's lying. But the real ones know it's part of the game, and they don't let it shake them. And that's why I salute everybody that get money in this game, no matter what level you on. Because it takes resiliency, it takes determination, it takes consistent education, but most importantly, it takes humility. Because you gotta wire yourself to be able to see yourself lose some money and still get up and play that game. Because you gotta rewire, because you ain't wired out the gate to take a loss and keep going. You ain't wired out the gate. You gotta go in there and manually override the system. You gotta manually go in there and change that default. Like you can't break, like you gotta change that default setting. You gotta change that default setting. I can't change it for you. Can't no book change it for you. Can't no interview change it for you. Can't no podcast change it for you. You gotta manually change that default setting. You gotta change for what you say you want, or you gotta change what you say you want. So I ask you a question, fam. Do you really want freedom? Do you really want wealth? Do you really want to climb Mount Everest? Or does it just sound good to talk about it? Because the talking always sounds good. But the action always gonna require strategy. The action gonna always require strategy. And sometimes the best strategy is the strategy that you get from playing a game in real time. The adjustments that you gotta make in real time. The split-second decisions. That's how you become better at this game. So So tonight, man, I just want you to ask yourself a question before we get too deep into the episode. As we move forward, I just want to ask you a question. Do you have the audacity to turn adversity into opportunity? Do you have the audacity to endure the cycles? Do you have the audacity to use this financial underground railroad as your gateway to freedom? And if you do, just know, I'm fighting with you, man. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin, man. Episode 132. Let's get to it, man. Let's go, man. Jose, how we feeling, bro?
First off, we feeling good. I got a question for you.
Goddamn, we just got here. You got a question already?
Hey, it's when you talking, I listen.
God damn, I just sat down.
When you talk, I listen.
Come on, what's the question,
So
bro?
my question is, Genesis.
41?
No, Genesis and Phantom.
Famine.
No, you was trying to say Fathom.
Oh, man, I'm in my bag, man. Shit. Niggas know me by now.
And Genesis.
Genesis.
You say that Genesis, I'd be
on,
like,
man.
bro, you get me every time. But
I'm in my bag, man. Ain't nobody worrying about
Hey,
me.
look,
Get out
you're
here.
still one of the most prolific.
Come on,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Y'all know how I get down.
You know.
I'm playing.
But how you feeling?
Man, I feel good, bro. I feel so good, bro. I've been in the gym, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like, gym got me feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting some rest. You know what I'm saying? We've been making progress with the building. And I'm just enjoying like what's going on right now, man. And I think the reason why I'm enjoying it is because I'm one of those people that find joy in figuring things out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came here today, bro, and I just was looking at the thing, man. Like, just looking at the market and flipping through channels and reading and back reading. Yeah, man. So I'm excited, bro. I love.
Shout out to Nat for the happy Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? Super chat.
Shout out to the queen, man. She give us that. Like, I know somewhere she trying to do this on her screen for some reason. This her thing now. She called me now and she be like, babe. I be like, what's up? She do this. I be like, what the hell? She like, do it.
Black Power Fist.
She like, do it. I'm like, do what? She like,
So that's y'all thing when y'all.
it's not our thing. It's not our thing. It's not our thing. It's not our thing.
Ah, that's cute.
It's not our thing.
Man, I love.
She trying to come up with something. We got 3K people in the chat,
Let's
Jose.
go. Let's go. Everybody.
And I told you I wasn't gonna make
out.
that super long today.
You say you know?
I said I wasn't gonna make that intro super long today.
Nah, you did about 30.
That's good. You know, before the last 3 weeks, we was doing 45. You wasn't stopping me.
Nah, you know
which
I'm
is
gonna let
not
you
cool
cook.
at all.
You know I'm gonna let you cook.
All right, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, Jose. We got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? But let's first highlight our people. We got Tanya Wilcox in the building, Cheesy Bread in the building, Charles in the building, Rams Fitness in the building. Shout out to the Patreon. Double R in the building. Paul Bricks, what's good, family, in the building. Sir James, what's good. The Screw Up Who Grew Up, was good. Nick Rich in the building. That's Nick.
He done sent us the last 2 graphics for the show. You know what I'm saying? He said,
Nettie in the building, Charles in the building, Tanya in the building, Val, what's the CEO in the building, Rob D in the building, Jasmine Chase in the building, Brett in the building, Tanya in the building, Larry Morgan in the building, Tori, what's good, Queen? Max B in the building. Lord, damn, I forgot. Finesse in the building. C-Dot, I see you, family. Rico, I see you, family. Co-Cook in the building. Maya Holmes, what's good, beloved? Kiara, what's good, Queen? I ain't seen you in a while. Mr. VIP, what's good? All the Patreon family in the building. All the Trappers Anonymous family in the building. Chelsea in the building. I see you, beloved. Tamara, I see you, beloved. Leon, what's good? Idris Lawrence, was good. Ashley, was good. DC, was good. PT, was good. Kessie was good. Nate the Great was good. Damn, I forgot your name just now. Seven was good. Carolina Blue family was good. Every time I see Carolina Blue, he always say, I was on my last trap. Every time we see each other, wherever I see him, he be like, hey. He say, hey, bruh, I love you. I was on my last. Every time.
Shout out to Carolina Blue.
Shout out to Carolina. He be like, hey, Trap, I was on my last, bruh. Now we doing, yeah. Can't nobody tell me nothing about you, bruh. Yeah, every time. He chill with it.
Yeah,
He's so chill, and he be like, hey, every time he say, hey, bro, I love you, bro. I was looking for a way out the game, bro. I was on my last. So shout out to Carolina Blue, man. Jason Macklin in the building, what's good? Thavian was good. Let's go, man. Pervin, D-Block, Ariel. Come on, man, my people in the building. DC the Collector, what's good? Ben Anderson, what's good? Calvin Jones, what's good? I just want to try to get as many people as I can.
You know what's funny real quick? My dog did a super chat that said, hey, it's my birthday, and put the Cash App in the drink.
Who did that?
I ain't mad at it, but I'm just like, I see what we doing. You know what I'm saying? It's one of Trappin. You know what I'm saying? It's in the chat. But it was
Why would we do that?
It was different. But he put the $49.99 on it. You know what I'm saying? It said, hey, hit me this. I need to get this back. I ain't gonna lie, I never seen it before, so it's just smart. So I ain't even,
Yeah.
But nobody else do that. Please don't do that.
That's good. I like it. We got some people saying they glad to be here, man. I'm glad to be here, man. We got so much going on. We got so much to talk about. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. I like what's going on right now. I was able to deploy 1 point something million, bro. That was my biggest deployment, I think, to date. I don't know if I ever had, I think the most I had was like $1 million on the side. I may be wrong. But to be able to put 1 point, now here's the crazy part about it. I ain't gonna even lie to you. You deploy like, so I always say like scale in it, all right? So you deploy at 1 point, you deploy like, and deploy by deploy I mean put in, right? So we cashed out of some positions, and then we put money on the side. And so when I say deploy, it means I'm putting money back in the market, right? So looking at 1.3 million on the side, the worst thing about having 1.3 million sitting on the side is you be itching to put that back in the market. I was itching, right?
I'm gonna say burn the hole in your
pocket.
pocket.
Because I need to get it back in. So when you see the market fall, you're like, right? Because I know I can't put it in while the market is running up. That's an oxymoron, right? So I'm like, all right. So for maybe like a week, the market going up. We still got other players in the market, so we like, all right, cool, no big deal. And so when the market falls down, you like, that's it. So look, I put about maybe 500K in the market. You heard me?
Today?
No, this was not the first day it fell, but the second day it fell.
Oh, okay.
Put like 500K in the market. Nigga, that thing fell deeper the next day. I said, Mike, I said, okay. So look, I'm like, all right, bet. Let's be strategic here. It is February, right? So we deploy, about 25% of what we had left over. We put that in. That thing fall another 1%. I see, well, God.
Another one.
I see, well, damn. Shit. I said, well, okay. Well, damn. I said, well, listen, what I got left on the side, we gonna be. George.
Tiptoe.
Nah. Yeah,
This tiptoe.
That's the way I like it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, okay.
Double Dutch. You got it.
He's like, okay, just free roam then. You know what I'm saying? So, So what I will say is, You just gotta love this game, bro. You gotta love this game. You gotta love this game in a way that you see times like this and don't trip. You know what I'm saying? Because what I don't want to do is ever run out of chip for my dip. I never want to run out of chip for my dip, dog. So right now we probably got about, I don't know, maybe 300 something on the side.
Okay.
You know, we'll see what that look like, you know what I'm saying? So I know I put $1 million back in it. You know what I'm saying? So we put some time on them jokers, you heard me? So we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get to it, man. Y'all know how we get down, man. We start off with our mantra. We start off with our mantra. We gotta love that. I say, yeah, bro, you thought you bought the dip and keep on dipping. My chips is limited. Let me tell y'all something right quick, though. This nigga normal put him on blast, you hear me? Hey, I come in here today, cuz. That nigga cuz had that look on his face, you hear me? Look, that boy was looking like this when I walked in.
That play was down.
I said, what's up, cuz? I said, man, what's wrong with you, cuz? I said, damn, cuz.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing, cuz? I wanted to think, what I did him? I hope I ain't did him nothing, yeah. That boy was head down, shoulder slouch, yeah. Look, that boy was like,
Poor cuz.
say, cuz.
But when it's up, though?
Look, that boy was like, say, cuz. I called the gay people.
He getting straight to business.
Man, nigga, spruce up or something. Tell a joke or something, nigga.
Talk to security.
What's up? Yeah, I talked to security people. I'm like, that nigga moping? I ain't realized till later he told me. I said, how much? I said, man, he said, yeah, man, I'm down. I said, that's why you ain't open that damn door for me when I walked in here. You hear me?
You ain't greet me.
You ain't greet me. See, I started understanding when he opened the door at, hey.
Mm-hmm. It's running.
I know either he done recovered. So when he be like, damn, God.
Gotta fulfill these orders.
Yeah, say I'm about to go fill these orders out, you hear me? Yeah, you know, trappers. Hey, won't you, look, you hear me something like, hey, won't you make a post about the apparel or something, yeah? Nigga, that ain't your money.
He trying to put you to work.
Yeah, what you trying to put me to work for? Hey, won't you make a post about the apparel right quick, you hear me? Nigga, you need to, nigga.
Shout out to George. Shout out to cuz George, Salt and Pepper Poppy. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga need to. Oh my God.
Don't do him like that.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. It's a good day. You all right, cuz? Listen, you all right, you heard me? You all right, cuz? All right. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to our mantra, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but I will free my family. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. That's what I get because I was about to tell George something. I was about to say, you see that, cuz? You see that?
See?
Not only will I free myself, you hear me? My family will eat.
I will free my cousin.
I'm gonna free you, cuz. You give us free. Give us free. Come on, cuz.
I love Trappin' Tuesday.
I got you, bruh. Believe in me. You gotta believe. Let's go, baby. Give us free.
one of them Tuesdays, huh? That's what right in the mantra.
Oh my God.
Right in the man. And we probably got people who standing up, got their hand over their heart.
Oh man.
And
Okay.
just laughing.
My bad.
L probably in here doing
My
it.
bad. My bad, bro. And I love that, man. Shit. Damn. Okay.
Where you at?
I got you.
Okay.
I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will a generation behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man.
Shout out to Ant. I gotta give Ant. He finally got the music. Yes. Give it up. Ant got the music right at the end of the match.
Come on, man.
He was trying to play it through as you
Come
start
on.
saying
He was
it.
like, come on. Stop with the... Ant was like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Man, shout out to the squad, bro. I see what type of day it is today. Oh, you on mute because you're chewing. I mean, everybody used to you chewing now. Did you cut it back on? Well, go ahead and share this thing out.
No, we good. Hey, man, share this, like this, share this,
Yeah,
talk
like,
about it.
Share. We got to get the people, too, before you get started, to hit on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Okay, so check this out, y'all. Help us out right quick.
You still on mute or you off?
I'm off.
Okay, Ben.
Help us out right quick. We have been gaining some momentum, right? But currently we are, what we are, Jose, 100?
51 in investing and like 130 in business.
All right, so we about 130 in business and we 51 in investing. Let's get our show up into the top 10, y'all. Let's get our show in the top 10 in investing. Let's get it in the top 10 into business. All right, so we need y'all to like, we need y'all to subscribe, we need y'all to share on Apple, we need y'all to share on all podcast platforms. We need you to download it, we need you to put it on automatic download. I say automatic dominoes. Oh, I'm tripping.
What the mother?
That 1.3 got me a little woozy. Yeah. You know what I like though right now, dog? For the most part, I see my people in the Patreon and they not tripping as much. They, for the most part, you know,
It's a
they
culture
chilling.
being built in
They chilling. Me and my girl Janelle, she said she couldn't sell no place today. She said the people ain't had no money, so I told her we can rotate some tires or something. You know, I said let's go wash some cars, rotate some tires. We need stock money, baby. We need option money, baby. So my people, you know, they getting it. You know, they getting the understanding, they see it. They definitely on point. So let's get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight, man. So we got 3,500 people in the chat. Shut this out. Shut this off so we can get into it. All right, let's get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about. So all three indexes, well, I'm lying. The Dow was up today. The Dow was up today, and I wrote something down today. I'm gonna talk about this. The Dow was up today, so we seeing McDonald's, we seeing companies like that, Caterpillar, we seeing companies like that hold up, play the game. You know, and what I will tell people is don't get, you'll hear the word a lot right now saying growth scare, growth scare, growth scare, growth scare. You know, any platform, you'll hear that word a lot. Just want to talk to you about what that is. A growth scale, when you hear that, it means it's so far saying that the market is being fearful of growth. And when the market is fearful about growth, it's saying that weak economic data is coming out. And so that weak economic data. We had 3 different data indicators out this week. Well, between last week and this week, all of them came in weaker than expected. So that's one thing. Next, you have an earnings warning. So people are being fearful about earnings. Now, some earnings have been recalibrated, meaning they have adjusted. So that's not too bad. And then you are going to have a credit scare. Now, one of the things you're going to see with that is, one of the things I like to do is look at the 10-year note. And when I look at the 10-year, I see the 10-year is going down. But now the reason why the 10-year is going down is because people are fleeting to bonds right now. All right, so what do you see when people fleet to bonds is when bonds aren't attractive and there's things that's going on in the market, you'll see the bond yield go up. Why is the bond yield going up? Because there's supply with no demand, right? There's supply but no demand. All right, so right now we see the bond yield, I think it actually touched 4.2, if I'm not mistaken. Right? And so when you see the bond yield dropping like that, that means now there's a heavy rush to bonds. So when there's a heavy rush to bonds, the yield is going to drop. So you got to be mindful of, for me, when I'm telling my people like, yo, I'm seeing that the bond yield did this and that, you switch how you look at it depending on what's going on in the market. Right? So when you see the bond yield going down, when the market is really fearful, then you know that investors are leaving stocks and going to bonds, and they're going to that 10-year bond. So the more people pile up in that 10-year bond, the more that bond is going to go down, right? Which means they are running to safety. They're saying, hey, we want to get a return on our money, we want to get out of our money. Now, one of the things we saw that Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett have a record, I think, $338 billion in cash right now, somewhere in that area. I may off a little bit, but what people don't know is Buffett has been heavy buying bonds. He's been buying bonds for the longest, right? And so what he's doing is, you think, oh, he got all that money sitting on the side because he cashed out of all those positions. Well, he did get out a lot of positions, but if you go look at it, Buffett has been selling positions for 2 years. If you go look at it, Buffett has been getting out of positions for 2 years. Buffett got out of positions in 2023. Buffett got out of positions in 2024. And in both of those years, the market still ran up. Right. Now, what do you see in today's market? You've seen the market do what? Sell off in 2 days. We are now back to, I think, a couple stocks. I think today we had, if I looked at the numbers, we had 350 stocks out of the S&P hit 52-week lows and 70 stocks hit 52-week highs, right? And I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. But just know that Buffett has always been a heavy bond investor as well, because one of the reasons why he's such an amazing bond investor is because of how much money he has. He always want his money making money. So that's why I said something before, and we need to take heed to it. We don't got to use that, but we got to remember a dollar that's not moving is a dollar that's what? Losing, right? And with that much money, you always want to try to get a return on your investment. So he's always going to be heavy, heavy, heavy bonds, because that's going to always feed Berkshire cash. Now, when he get out of some of those positions, of course, he going to rake up on cash. The whole market gonna be scary. And so he just play the game that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of the things that we just gotta be mindful of, right? Don't shake your head now, shoot. Sheesh. So let's, I just wanted to put that out there, right? And so another thing we're looking at is the bond yields drop, then we see stocks sell off, and then we see a flight to quality. Now, as we get into this, one of the things we're gonna talk about tonight is, because right now we're talking about a growth scare. And yes, these are some of the signs, but I want y'all to look at it from this perspective here, right? Right before this happened, we saw the market do what? Hit a what? High. So you had some things line up. It's kind of like a perfect storm. Like I remember when they said Katrina was the perfect storm, right? Everything aligned in the right spot. So you saw the market hit an all-time high, S&P. You saw 3 economic indicators be weak. You see an influx of buying. And one of the reasons why I say that we should focus on quality stocks is because when you only play momentum, when momentum falls, you'll then look for fundamentals to justify your next move. Okay? Say it again. One of the reasons why, personally, me, Wall Street Trapper, we focus on fundamentals is because when momentum dies out, you'll look for fundamentals to justify your next positions. Every option play that I'm in, that we're in, every buy and hold that I'm in, that we're in, are fundamentally strong companies. That's for a reason. That's for a reason. That's for a reason. Talk to me, Jose.
What's a flight to quality? That was one of the things I wrote down. I was like, I ain't never heard
a
you
flight to
speak on that.
quality. So that, you know, when I gotta, when I have to explain to our audience, I have to let them understand some of the stuff they're gonna hear and break it down to them. So a flight to quality means, let's say, so there are certain companies that are run up crazy and people are like, Trap, why we ain't getting to this one? Why we ain't getting to this one? Because those stock, give you a prime example. Before GameStop became a fundamentally great company, during the pandemic, it was a meme stock because the company didn't have great fundamentals. Before the pandemic, the company didn't have great fundamentals, which is why it was a $3, $4 stock, right? I'm just using this as an example. What the great thing what management did was it turned from a bad quality stock to a fundamentally great stock because the people who own the company had so much stock invested. As the momentum grew on a stock, then it changed to momentum. Meme and momentum. As it grew up, as it shifted up like that, and this is why I gotta respect the owners of that company because they essentially gave their company a second chance at life. Here's why. As that stock went from $4 all the way up to $300 and something, they had the ability to cash out a lot of those shares and pay down a whole bunch of debt. And you can go look at it, right? So when a stock it was literally a $4 stock. It went from 4 to 400. They had the opportunity to sell, and if you notice, they would say, oh, GameStop insiders are selling. GameStop insiders are selling. CEO sold this much. CEO sold this much. CEO sold this much. The reason why he sold or they were selling so much is they wasn't pocketing the money, not all of it. They were literally saying, hey, let's take this to pay down a whole bunch of that debt, right? And so it went to a company that then became what? Fundamentally structured. Meaning they didn't have the debt that they used to have. I think they cut the debt down to 0 at this point, right? They didn't have the debt that they have. And so now they got to work on their infrastructure. So when I say flight to quality, it's during a market where the market is optimistic about everything when, you know, and here's what I will say about the Trump administration right now. He's really doing everything he said he was going to do pre-election. He's not doing nothing he said he wasn't gonna do. What happened was the market was optimistic on, oh, he's coming in to do business. And I'm not saying the reason the market is falling is because of him or not. I'm just saying when the market doesn't have uncertainty, the market pulls back, right? So because the idea of Trump made the market pro-business, pro-growth, or should I say less restrictive, which is the word I really want to say, the market was optimistic about that. And so now, when he comes in, the market is extremely excited about that. And then, they say it's a perfect storm happened. Because then you get economic data that says, hey, the economy is slowing down a bit. And then you have uncertainty about all these tariffs that he's putting out there. Remember, whether they go through or not, the market says earnings not coming in. Then you have Walmart reporting this. Then you got companies start to lower guidance. And then you have next month, you have a possible government stand down. And you have quiet winching next month. So now you got some things in place and now the market don't have certainty. The market says if I can't find certainty or nothing strong to be on, then I'm going to just flight to quality, which is why you see kind of the Dow Jones going up because these are the boring companies that don't really go too crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So that flight to quality means, oh, Jose, we got 5,000 people in the chat, dog.
Let's go. Yeah,
5,300 people in the chat,
that's
man.
what I'm talking about. Keep
Come on, man. We love y'all. We love y'all.
You talking good. You know what I'm saying?
We love y'all. And so that's what that means. So when you hear the market saying flight to quality, the market is now going saying, hey, a lot of the companies that we was in that was momentum, that didn't have the financial structure, that didn't really have the quality, that really didn't have the structure or the products. Like, watch this. Watch this. I can guarantee you this, Jose. Most people that invested in, let's say, a company like AppLovin, I know what that company does. Most people that invested in a company like ANET, I know what that company does. But most people who traded that company or invested in that company have no earthly idea what those companies do. And so because they don't have an earthly idea of what those companies do, watch this. They got people who traded Palantir and invested in Palantir, have no earthly idea what those companies do. The only thing they do know is, hey, that stock is running up. You feel me? And so when you have people, that's what flight to quality means. Flight to quality means, hey, let me go to where I know I can find stability at. Because the market is always looking for stability. Jose, we got to figure out what that is to fix,
Yeah,
dog.
I was about to say, it seems like every time we get closer to that 5,000.
No, well, even that, though, why does YouTube, we got to find a way to fix our audio. Because even though they doing it, we got to, because that's been happening in a couple weeks. We got to figure out why that audio is doing that.
Refresh, it always fixes it. That's
we got to figure out what that is, dog. You know, because our people shouldn't have to refresh. They ain't coming here to do that. Right? So we got to figure out what that is. Let's work on that really, really, really a lot. Let's get Benton, let's get us. Let's really work on that, bro, because they shouldn't have to go in and out. They shouldn't have to refresh their page. Because now we went from 5,000 people, you know what I'm saying? Like, we working on everything, but that shouldn't, I don't know what that is. That happens a couple of times. We got to fix that and figure what that is. Anyway, so let's go a little further, man. Let's get a little further. Let's look at our heat check. Let's get our heat map. Let's get that going. All right, so here's a surprising today. Even with everything that's going on, we still had 5.6 million calls to 5.2 million puts. Interesting. Interesting. It's truly interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? It's truly interesting to me. But we see the put-call ratio is at 0.94, which means we almost at a 1. I wonder what that's about. I wonder what that's about. Let's go a little further, man. All right, so we see the fear. Listen, now, look how quick this changes. Maybe 2 weeks ago, We was at 46. We went from 46 to 23 in a matter of a week. That's how fast the market moves. This also tells us that we have an amazing opportunity. I feel good about the 23. I think it's a, I think it's a great opportunity for us. I think it's a great opportunity for the game. I think it's a great opportunity for everybody that's really locked in on the market. I think it's a great opportunity for, again, we talked about something earlier, right? We talked about turning adversity into opportunity, right? This ain't the first time that we've seen the market do this. This ain't the first time we've been in this situation. So we got to figure out, how do we live here and then position ourselves to win? Because what we do know is the market won't stay here. But what we don't know is how long it'll take for the market to figure that certainty out, right? And if we can figure that certainty out, we can definitely change the game. Let's go a little further. All right, so here's our heat map, man. Now, here's the crazy part. I've been watching something for this last week, and it's been real interesting to me to watch that that consumer defensive sector has really been good. It's been standing firm. The Walmart, the Procter & Gamble. Like, we're going to show the recession portfolio. My goddamn Costco's still going crazy. And that option play in Costco is up 300% at this point, right? I done cut down on that thing 3 times. It still made like $7,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? So the Home Depots, the McDonald's, the Starbucks. I'm not going to lie. I am waiting for Starbucks to pull back simply because I just like what they doing over there now. That CEO has come in and done amazing. I really enjoy what they doing over there at Starbucks. I actually was looking at it yesterday and I thought it was down because I want to add it to the fear and greed index. I want to add that Starbucks. I want to add Starbucks to the fear and greed index, Jose, because 2 things happen. The CEO comes from Chipotle, right? The CEO from Chipotle comes there. My dog, what's up, brother? My brother, what's good, family? How y'all feeling? Glad you came through, bro. Appreciate you, you hear me? I love the fact that the CEO from Chipotle has come in and changed that around. And that's something that we talked about. We love that. We appreciate that, right? And then, I'll be honest, Jose, here's a shocker to me, right? I gotta be real. Mm-hmm. Nike.
What?
Nike is a shocker to me.
You know you've been,
I've been on
kicking
them. I've been on them. And here's the thing that what I'm not mad at about is, I think it's because it's that flight to quality, that flight to safety. And what I mean by that is, what companies won't be affected by China tariffs? Mm-hmm. That's going to be important. What companies that's not going to be affected by China tariffs? That's going to be good. Another one, Jose, was Eli Lilly. So that's a company that I've still liked, I still owned, I'm still heavy in. I think they have made some corrections to the weight loss situation. I like it. Let's go a little further. All right, so let's get into this, Jose. I want to show y'all something. I want to talk to them about something, right? One of the things I looked at, Jose, as we was going on, is I said, okay, let me do some homework on actually what the market is buying right now. That's important, right? What sectors the market is buying, what sector the market is selling off on, what sectors that the market really locked in on. So Here's what we see on our top 3 sectors that the market is buying right now is energy, consumer service, communication services, and info tech. Now, information technology, right? They got strong buys on those, right? But also, watch this, Jose. Financials coming down. Consumer discretionary was the one we talked about. The surprise to me was real estate. I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. Strong holds. Watch this. The strongest holds are on consumer staples. That's the one we saw. The Nikes moving. We saw strong holds on financials as well. So a hold means, so let me break that down for people that don't understand that, Jose. The market is broken down to 3 different from an analyst look at it. Well, it's a few different ways they can look at it. They can look at it, they can do this. They can do buy, they can do hold, they can do sell, they can do neutral, overweight, underweight, underperform, right? They can do a few things, all right? But we're gonna go here. Buy means the market is willing to buy these companies. They are a buy. It's a green light. A hold means if you own it, stay there. If you don't own it, stay on the sideline. Sell means get out of it, right? If a company says they're overweight, underweight, or neutral, they talking about portfolio size now. So in a portfolio perspective, you may want your portfolio to be at a certain weight. So you may say, if I got, let's say you break it down into percentages, right? Let's say you got 4 stocks in your portfolio, you go 20, 20, 20 25, 25, 25, 25, right? If one of those stocks earn more enough to where it goes to 28%, then that stock is now overweight in your portfolio. And the goal for them now is to say, let me take them 3% and put it on the side, or take them 3% and put it in another stock that's underperforming. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the goal is to always have your portfolio to have a certain 100% weight, right? Or you may want your portfolio to be a 95% weight with 5% in cash on the side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what they always want to do is put that portfolio on a scale based on the returns that it's doing. And if it's overweight, that means it done broke the 25 or whatever percentages is, because now your portfolio is at 105% or 103% or something like that. Does that make sense? If it's underweight, that means you have companies that's underperforming, and then your strategy may be, how do I take profits from here and bring it here, or how do I take cash to go here to get the performance? So if you got a portfolio performance if you have a portfolio and you're measuring performance on weight, that's how you always rebalance your portfolio based on the weight of how that stock has performed.
You know what we're going to have to do, huh?
I ain't doing a whiteboard for that. That was easy to understand.
It might not tonight.
What?
But on the personal page. So
That's
everybody
easy.
had to check in on the
Bro,
personal.
that wasn't hard to understand,
No,
dog.
I'm telling you. No, real talk. I'm just looking at the people. That's
Man, I'm reading the people, man. The people saying that's Jim, they got
First
that.
off, we're going to clip it up. So I make sure the team, we clipping that up.
Oh, my God. Jesus
Nah,
Christ.
this is good. I'm telling you.
You always want a damn whiteboard moment, bro. Why doing that shit? You gonna be on a goddamn whiteboard moment to start writing.
Not right now.
painting
Personal
pictures in.
page. Personal page.
This ain't no Mr. Rogers right now, dog. Shit, I already got a whiteboard for the night to get on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, Sean, write that topic.
when you building out your portfolio, if you are building your portfolio on weight size, then that's how you measure when it's time for you to rebalance. Anytime any of your companies get out of weight, you want to take profits or you want to deploy capital to get back in alignment to whatever that goal is. I personally don't do that. I don't care about weight size. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about weight size. So, let's go a little further, man. So here's what we saw. I was reading something today, Jose, and I saw where the market feels that global equities will outperform the U.S. economy. And that was interesting for me. But right now, as of right now, Europe and China is outperforming the United States. And that's hard. That doesn't get done a lot, bro. Right? So right now, China and European stocks are outperforming the US. So this is not a bad...
How often does that happen?
Man, rare. Bro, the United States has the best stock market in the world.
Sheesh.
100%. Now, you might have small, and we basing this on big economies. So, like, the Jamaican stock market be going crazy, but it's a smaller economy. So we talking about, like, on bigger economies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they said, like, and I'm not gonna lie, like, right now, bro, like, real talk, like, China is smoking us. Them Chinese stocks going crazy. Right? European stocks going crazy. Right? And I said, oh, they tripping. But then I thought about something. Where there's uncertainty, people do what? I just told you, flight to quality. Right? The market always want to get the best return on their money. And that's why I always tell people, you got to play the markets. And the reason why you got to play the market, because the market is one of the only... Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Check this out. I don't care who you is. If you ain't got a lot... All right, let me phrase this right. There can be racist restrictions in business. All right? There can be racist restrictions in banking. There can be racist restrictions in real estate. Right? They can be that. They can say, hey, I don't want to give you the loan to get that house and make you go through. And the reason why I know, because I got people that get real estate and they be like, bruh, they give me a runaround. But the stock market don't have that luxury.
I say the market can't be right.
It don't care.
Right.
All they care about is green.
Mm-hmm.
It don't care who put the money in the account. It don't care. Now, I'm not saying don't invest in real estate. I'm not, but like when you trying to get a business loan, what's one of the, why black people, I can't get funding. Right? I can't get a business grant, right? I'm trying to do a startup. I can't get in venture capital because, you know, black is having a hard, you know, they don't want to give black people funding and not accredited invest. You know, there's so many things that you got to deal with, right? Because when you show up to those, you show up with race. Because you got to go inside. I don't got to go inside the bank to make that play. They don't ask me for a photo ID and not one of them brokerages.
Don't ask me for my name.
They don't ask me. They don't ask me for a photo ID. They don't say what's your race, ethnicity, and background, and did you go to college, and did your daddy go to jail, and did you come from a two-parent household? They don't even ask what your credit is to get in the market, bro. They don't say what's your credit score. They be like, hey, only thing they want to know is this. Watch this. You trying to trade?
You in or you out? What you trying to do?
This the closest you're gonna get to them having. This the
any type of bias.
Listen, I promise you, this is the closest issue you're gonna have with the market. You trying to trade? How much experience you got? That's all they'll ask you. And the reason why, because they don't want your dumb ass.
Experiencism. I just created that. Experiencism.
They don't want your crazy, silly, new to the market ass.
Right.
Blowing your house note.
Right. And then blaming
Huh?
them.
And now you blaming E-Trader. Right. They let me do it. No, we asked you. How much experience?
Right, you confirmed.
You lied on that thing and said 7 years, I trade 16.
Hey.
You lied on that thing.
Hey.
It's a reason
and don't say Trap said it.
It's
we got
a
the
reason they
disclaimer.
keep you at level 1.
Right, yeah.
Trap, they don't want to let me go to level 2 options. It's a reason why they don't want you to go to level 2. They know
ready.
you don't know what the hell you doing.
You ain't ready.
You feel me? It's a reason. Other than that, bro, that's the closest you gonna get to them people saying you can't get there. It's the closest they're gonna get to you, bro. What level of experience do you got? The next thing they're gonna say is, they're gonna ask you 4 questions. After that, you get some multiple choice. How many trades a year do you do? It's the only 2 questions that dictate what tier they put you on. That's it. Now, if you feeling froggish and you decide to manipulate the questions, all they gonna say is, hey, we got your resume. You got 1 or 2 choices here. You take your loss or you go to jail for lying.
You know, I take that loss.
Either way, it ain't on me. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go and take that and go about my business.
I'm gonna ride with this.
I'm gonna go about my business. That's it. Other than that, bro, them people don't care. They don't care. So for me, that's why I always say that no matter what, I personally, from my own personal opinion, feel like the market is the #1 way to build wealth. That's my own personal opinion. Now, do I think everything else needs to be? 100%, bro. 100%. This building we standing in, watch this. Here's an idea. This building that we in right now, you know one of the reasons, this is a real conversation I'm about to have with you, bro.
Let's go.
I've never said this before, bro. You know one of the reasons in my heart why I did not go get cash to get this building, and the reason why I went and got the money out the market to get this building, because I ain't want nobody to say you use course money to buy this building.
Because you know they be quick to say
it's my number 2 reason. First reason was I wanted to show people it was possible.
Yep.
Number 2, I never wanted nobody to say, hey, you use course money to buy this building. That's why I documented 6 weeks, 860 grand. We took it out the market. We made it in the market. We used it as a down payment. That's the number 2 reason why I did it.
They be quick to be like,
It's the number 2 reason why I did it, bro. So now you can't never say, he took y'all money. No.
That building.
No. I went and got out the market. And still made 2.5. So, bro, I promise you that.
That's real.
The third reason was because I wanted people to see that
it could be done.
It could be done.
Yep.
Right? So you go make $860,000 in 6 weeks. Of course, it took leveraging. It took a lot of, moving around in the game. You take $860,000, like, watch this. What you gonna make, just realistically. Here's the blueprint for that, dude. You make the 860 in the market. You take that out the market. You use that to go buy a building, right? Now, once you use that to buy the building, the money that you probably could have used to get it, you now use that money to do the fixer-uppers in the building, and then you use those 2 together to write whatever you was gonna get, because you still gotta, when you take the 860 out in 6 weeks, there's a taxes on that. So we'll talk about that, right? Here's what people don't understand. We have what's called progressive tax system. Progressive tax systems means this, and we're gonna talk about this tonight too. Progressive taxes mean the more money you make, the more you have to pay in taxes.
Yep.
People don't know that. It's called progressive. Every time you go to another tax bracket, bro, your taxes don't go down. They go up. So you gotta learn another part of the game to offset that, right? So watch this. When you take that money out of the market, you know what tax brackets you just went in? When you make $860,000 in the market in 6 weeks and take it out, you change the bracket that money goes in. It goes into earned income, which is the highest, and now you gotta get on a scale. How was that income made? You ain't in the $30,000 earned income. You're not in the $40,000. You went to the upper echelon of earned income, which is what? 37%. So now you gotta offset that 37%. If not, Uncle Sam gonna say, I don't care what you did with it, I want tax on that. So now you gotta say, okay, what's the next thing I gotta do when I get the building? Because the building alone ain't just the write-off.
Nah.
So now you got to say, okay, I'm allowed to spend this much on the building to offset that, and then I got to do what's called a cost segregation to offset that. Now the building, now the building is in a new situation. You feel what I'm saying? So just because you made the 860, bro still want 37% of that. Bro still want 37% of that.
Give me mine.
I don't care what you made. Matter of fact, I'm glad you made it. Go make another 860 in 6 weeks. You prime for the picking. I like your kind.
Hit you with that
You
Meek
make
Mill.
money with ease.
Hit you with that Meek Mill.
Come here. Get over here. You feel me? So that was the next thing. So watch this. Even if you don't do the 860, guess what? Because I want everybody to do that. But watch this. You see a duplex. Man, Trap, I want to get a duplex. Guess what? How much the duplex cost? What's the down payment look like? Man, the down payment, $20,000, $30,000. I bet. So you go make $30,000. Maybe you get that duplex, maybe you don't. But guess what? You go make 30 grand in the market. Now you know what you got. You got a price range of what it's gonna cost for you to go get a duplex. You go get the duplex. And you follow the same situation. Now, here's where the game get crazy at. Once you start doing stuff like that, you can't go to H&R Block no more.
Yeah, no. You ain't pulling up on them.
You can't go to TurboTax.
Yeah, I say no TurboTax. Free.
You gotta go find a CPA that understands tax mitigation. It's the word you gotta ask him. Do you understand tax mitigation? I don't got no dependents to give you, bruh. Do you know how to offset? And do you know how to 1031 exchange? Do you know about cost segregation?
And keep me out of jail.
Do you know about QBI reports? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Nah, that's real.
Come on now. My dog setback over there. Woo! Come on. My niggas gotta be healed. You gotta heal them. We gotta heal from that shit. Oh, we gonna just be.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, let's go a little further, man. Cause we don't want to say. Oh, but they also said that gold is gonna outperform U.S. equities too, Jose. Now, gold has been hitting all-time highs, bro. Now, they did pull back a little bit, but, bro, you know I've been saying for 3 years we need to buy gold. Nobody don't listen to me.
Even told them to go to Costco and get it.
I told you, go to Costco and buy you some gold. Now, if you're in the hood, you got to go to the white part of town.
Because it might not be no gold in your Costco.
No, they're going to follow you home.
Ah, yeah.
See, you ain't.
Yeah.
And niggas see you walk out that bit with a brick of gold. I'm following you, partner. I'm following you.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Why this gold has risen in price every week this year as Trump has imposed sweeping tariffs, bruh.
Shout out to my squad with the graphics, though.
Come on, man.
The Trump.
Orange face. Orange face, man.
Like he about to drop an album.
Come on. Come on. Come on, man. My dog cooking. You know what I'm saying? Buy the gold, fam. Buy the gold. If you gotta go to the white part of town. If you try to buy the gold and let them people see you. Watch this. Gold has soared to a record 28, now hit 29, almost 3 for the first time in history. The Federal Reserve approaches to interest rates, paired with Trump's stance on tariffs, has reportedly contributed to gold's upward momentum. Other precious metals, including silver, platinum, whatever that word is, in the month, which, come on, bro.
Oh, the palladium.
Palladium. What that is, Jose?
It's another person.
I ain't never heard of palladium.
Yeah.
Can you give your girl a palladium wedding ring?
Nah, she'd throw that joint.
She would throw it?
Yeah. It's like, bro, we went to go look at the joint. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be off.
What is palladium, though? Like,
I don't know. It might be, you know what? I might have a case. Let me talk to the jeweler.
Come on now.
What's good with that palladium joint? Nah, you know what? That joint might be crazier than as far as the gold joint. Yeah, nah.
What you mean?
The palladium might be as far as like 5 to 10 times higher.
I mean, you can show it. Look, you can tell
we put the palladium in the safe.
Girls ain't got palladium.
I need to go to Costco, see if they got the palladium in that joint. Oh, remember we talked about palladium because it go in the Cadillac converter joint.
The Cadillac converter.
I said it right this time.
The Cadillac converter.
Jose ain't getting flushed today.
The Cadillac converter. Come on now.
I knew we talked about the palladium.
The Cadillac, I don't care. Listen, I'm from the hood. We don't say no catalytic. I ain't never heard nobody say, Alex, what you know it as? You know it as Cadillac or catalytic converter, old trucking ass? Come on!
He didn't want to say the wrong joint.
Come on! We know that thing as a Cadillac converter. I ain't never heard that. Listen, 8 out of the 10 men who I'm gonna go to the work on my car smell like oil, bro.
Right.
They got black hands. The oil is embedded all in their nail bed. You hear me? You hear me?
They don't even wash their hand when they eat.
No, they smoke cigarettes with the oil. They eat with them. They wash their hand, it's still black. They be like, what's up, little brother? I be like, I'm good, OG. What's up, little brother? I'm good, OG. I gotta wipe that off.
You know I ain't doing it.
What's up, little brother? I'm good, OG. Then they be mad, they keep their hand. No, I don't want to shake your hand.
Give me the fist or the elbow.
I'm here with it. I'm good, OG. Yeah, don't even hug me, bro. This is a brand new
Or
polo
if you do get the handshake, they want to be extra.
Nah, I'm straight, man.
Extra physical and aggressive.
Let's go. Anyway, let's go a little further, man. What we got? Let's go to, all right, so we'll talk about this, then I got to show y'all, we got to show y'all the portfolio. We definitely got spanked. Alex, bro, Mark hit me for 1.4 million, bro. 1.3 million. 4 days. Pissed me off. It's all good. You know how we get down. So this the buy and hold portfolio right here. Recession portfolio still, the Freedom Index still good. We up 2% on the year. We beating the S&P right now, and we beating the QQQ, so that's good. I like that. QQQ did turn negative. S&P is up right at 1% on the year. Right at so we up about 2.65%. Last year in the buy and hold, we did $500,000, Jose. Same time last year, we did 2.5 million in the options market. So we totaled out with 3 million last year out the market. So market kind of touched us a little bit this week in these 4 days. But we did deploy 1.3 million back. We haven't put $1 in the account since we started it, and that was with 400. So to go from 400,000 to 4-point-something million, and then for it to come back down to right at 3 million and some change, I ain't mad at that, you hear me? They get it, we get it. All right, let's get into it. Let's go to the recession portfolio right quick so we can show the people all this goddamn blood. God damn. All right, so here's the one that got George mad. The one. Hey, which one got you mad, cuz?
Which one is it?
Cuz, which one got you mad, cuz? That AMAT? Cuz mad at that AMAT play. Cuz mad at that AMAT play. So right now, AMAT down a little bit. We down 17 grand on that. ANET down 31. App loving. So we got 1, 2, 3 app loving plays. The first one, so I will say this, on the app loving play, that's profit right there. So we ate off that play 3 times already. So that's just profit left over. So I don't really mind what that do. The second 2 app loving plays is down. Those 2 AVGO plays, I think the August 10 call, we was up, we took some off in his breast. I can't remember. Those 2 down. Look, I told you Costco killing it. Costco plays up $3,000. The Costco plays up 300%. So I've ate off that play about, 3 times. It was up like maybe 200 or something thousand. I think I only got like 2 contracts left out of 25. So I think I had about 150 grand in that play. So, yeah, damn. Go a little further. CrowdStrike, That play was up 99%. I took some off for that. I think I still got like 2 left in there, maybe 4 left in there. The GEV play didn't turn around. The Goldman Sachs play, that was up 347%. I think I got 5 contracts left on that. The 2 new plays are down. The IBKR play down. Let's go a little further. It's bloody, y'all. It's bloody.
My dog Too Famous said we run red lights.
Wait. Wait.
Bruh, this chat be crazy.
The ServiceNow play is down. The Nvidia, now I'm gonna tell you something. So we got 2 Nvidia plays in. I will say the 130 play is up. The 150 call is down. I was close to taking profit on the 130 play. It was a new play we put in maybe like 3 weeks ago. We put it in when it was at like 117. We got in, it shot up. I was so close today to taking that profit. And I said, you know what? Fuck it, we ball. Bleep that out, Jose. You heard me? Bleep that out. You know what I'm saying? I said, like, we ball. You know what I'm saying? We ball. They got earnings tomorrow. Big earnings. We'll talk about it. Then we got the Palantir play. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of pissed at that play. Not in a bad way. Palantir, I told the Patreon once it got to 95, I was gonna get in it. I got into that 98. So I wasn't mad. That joker dropped to 89. I said, yeah, bro. So that's where we at right now, man. Oh, I still got the XLK play. Do we got one more slide? Okay, there we go. Okay, I was missing something. All right, cool. So we still got our meta plays. So 1, 2, 3, those top 3 meta plays, they all up 100 or more. They all up 100 or more. And actually the one at the top, that 570 play, was actually up like 200%. That play alone, we was up like 270,000, you feel me? So those top 3 meta plays I took, remember last week I said I took 1.3 million out. And then that was out the meta plays, that was some of those plays. So some of the new plays that are red, why you see a lot of red now is because those are plays I got in once we deployed. Right? So those are plays I got in once I deployed that 1 million back in the market. And the market, when I said, it just kept dipping on me. And it was dipping at a 1% rate. I was like, God damn, like you dipping, it's electric. Boogie, boogie. God damn, you is dipping, partner. So yeah, so we still got the Netflix play and we still got the meta plays and that was the new meta play, the 710 play, ServiceNow play. And I got the XLK play still in. What I will say is today I did take a L today on my Tesla plays. The reason why I took a L on a Tesla play, and that's why, like the players that's red right now, I ain't really tripping. You know, we done been there before. That shit don't bother me. We got June, July, August, and September dates on them. We all right. We be good. I did take an L on my 2 Tesla players today, and here's why. The EU numbers came in, the European numbers. Their sales dropped in Europe by 45%. So not only are the European sales down by 45%, the China sales are down by 30%, meaning 2 of the biggest markets that they're in, they not only just not competitive no more, they're getting blown out the water. Not only that, but actually U.S. sales are down. right? And so for me, when I look at it, I say, okay, the stock is down 26% on a year. It's in a heavy downtrend. There's no need for me to be there, right? So I was willing to take the L on the Tesla play. We got out, we still had some bread left, so here's it right here. The Tesla truck is trimming Cybertruck prices up to 2,600 off demo units and 1,000 off new models, according to Automobile News. The truck starts at 82,000 with a high-performance Cyber Beast going for 102, including shipping. Rollout hasn't been seamless with recalls and price changes along the way. Tesla sold an estimated 39,000 Cybertrucks in 2024, not a smaller number for an EV, but well below the company's ambition. Now Tesla is shifting some Cybertruck workers to the Model Y production right after reporting its first annual sales drop. So let me say this. It ain't really the numbers that's bothering me like that. It's the idea that dude wants to be a government worker right now. Right? So you can't do both. You can't run full companies and be in the government at the same time. Right? And I just feel like he's so locked in on this Doge. He's so locked in on, you know, his partnership with Donald Trump or whatever they got going on. I ain't mad at it. But I'm also not like dedicated to being here. So I was willing to say, hey, bro, like, I'm not willing to stand by while you have probably presidential dreams. You done made your money off Tesla. So I was willing to just be like, all right, bro, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I don't really, like, I don't trip when my option plays go down. It's part of the game. I'm not a day trader. You know what I'm saying? So nothing against day traders. Like, I know they be eating. You know, I always compare it to the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's selling heroin. Yeah. I like to sell weed, dog. Yeah. I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go, bro. I got a long way to go. A long way to go. You know what I mean? Like selling heroin, dog.
Still healing them. We good.
Listen, they trade like selling heroin, bro. That's a different type of clientele, dog. Them niggas aggressive.
I don't know nothing about it.
Them niggas wake up aggressive. Say, bro, no, nigga, back up, bro. I don't know. I just woke up. Man, I got that monkey on my back, dog. Nigga, that ain't on me, dog. Back up. Back up. This is aggressive.
Bro, every time you tell me the stories, I just be like, that's crazy.
Bro, listen. Niggas that sell heroin is different. I did that shit for, supposedly.
Allegedly.
For a little stretch of my life, and I realized that wasn't me. That wasn't that. Selling weed, niggas on weed is chill. What's down, baby? Pull up.
Gotcha.
You got that 7 on you, dog. Niggas chill, niggas talking to you cool. You know what I'm saying? But heroin, that's why I say day trading is like that. That shit is like selling heroin, bro. That shit is different, cuz. I tried that shit, my winning percentage was like 45%. I was like, man, I'm straight, dog. It got to be another way. There's got to be another way. You know what I'm saying? So once I learned about like swinging, deep swinging, I said, this the weed. This is it. You got time and patience. Niggas ain't stressing selling no weed. Niggas is chill. It's different clientele. So once I found out about like that, like swinging 4 months out, 6 months out, deep swinging 8 months out, now I was like, nigga, this. 6,000 in the chat, man. Alex, 6,000 people live, dog. We be getting to it over here, you heard me? We getting to it over here, dog. Yes, sir, man. Huh?
Like me,
yes,
man.
sir. Oh, she watching? Mama good energy in the game. What's poppin'? I had a lot of stuff going on. It's me, though.
Pussy, man.
I love the game.
Like me, man.
I love the game.
I love the game.
I love the game, man. We love the game. Hustle gonna hustle. You know what I'm saying? So, but it wound up being a game that changed my life. And so for that, man, I love this game. when you find something that really, when you find something that really changed your life for real, you have a different love for it. And I think that's why I'm so attached to it, bro. Because I know before it, I was searching, man. So anyway, that's what we got. So let's go to our Freedom Fund. This is our Freedom Index. So right now we got 6 plays in. Costco good. Like you say, we still up on the market. Costco up 27,000. Our Goldman Sachs play down. Meta play still up 11,000. Nvidia plays down, but we got 2 new plays we added. They good. This portfolio, we built this up. We did $500,000 last year, so we up $1 million something. So we good on. We up $500,000. Year to date, we up 19,000, 2%. So we up more than the market. So we have 2 portfolios for everybody that's new in the building. We got an options portfolio, and then we have a buy and hold portfolio. The options portfolio is called a recession portfolio. The buy and hold portfolio is called a freedom index. And every year, we start the freedom index from 0. We strip it down. So far, we've beat the market 3 years in a row. We're going for year number 4. So that's what we got going on. Let's get to it, man.
I'm about to say, you got to make sure the people, so they can see the joint, they got to join the Patreon, too.
You got to join the Patreon, for sure. If you want to be a part of a squad that get busy, that's exciting, that want to help you win the game, that also show y'all, teach y'all. Saturday, shout out to Ashawn. We did a 3-hour call this Saturday with our Triple Beam team members, so that was real dope. So if you definitely want to learn that, let's get to it. Before we do this, though, Jose, before we go to 1-800-TRAPPER hotline, I want to get into our Trapper of the Week first. I think this is going to be real dope. So this Trapper of the Week is Ism Quick. So watch this. This is a story that I want them to hear about, right? So we always, we bringing back our certified Trapper of the Week, not just because of Black History Month, because it's important that we know we just have some dope-ass people that we come from, you feel me? And so this week we're going to talk about Ism Quick. In 1889, Wilmington, Delaware was a great place for people of color after slavery. Black people made up more than 50% of the population, prominent both the business community and the city government. It was a biracial government. On the morning of November 10th, about 2,000 white supremacists stormed the streets of Wilmington with the goal to take over the city. Ism Quick lived through the massacre, but he lost his business as a wooden coal dealer and his land. He was a charter for the Black community, called a bank called the Metropolitan Trust Company. And so one of the things we always talk about is Black Wall Street, but what we don't realize is that there were so many different communities that represented that as well. This was during the Reconstruction period. So the Reconstruction period is after the Civil War. We talked about that. After the Civil War, we had Black folks that really helped, watch this, helped the Northerners win that Civil War. The Civil War, 100%, was not just about slavery. The Civil War was about economics. The people in the North saw that the people in the South was making so much money off free labor. It's hard to compete with that. That's what the Civil War was about. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing different. The people in the South said, y'all got us twisted. This how we get money. But at the same time, the people in the South understood that cotton, tobacco was the life and blood of America. It is how America built what it had, right? Cotton at the time was the biggest thing pushing America. And so there was a point in time where Blacks started saying, you know what? Guess what, yo? Y'all don't want us to be rocking with y'all? Guess what? It's cool. We ain't gotta rock with y'all, bro. We gonna build our own thing over here. And so while so much was going on, oh yes, that is North Carolina, not Delaware, definitely Carolina. While so much was going on, one of the things that Wilmington did was, it was progressive in the way that Wilmington actually had Blacks in Congress. They had Blacks in office, right? And then so the wealthy people of the white poor, the crazy part about this thing is, Jose, it was, one of the things that was crazy about what happened here, the white people in this era made race so much about classism. It was, how in the hell you gonna let these black folks outdo y'all? That was the picture that the wealthier white folks told to the poorer white folks. If the black folks in Wilmington are getting money, they taking money from y'all. And there's no way you gonna let them take money from you. If you let them take money from you, we got a problem. That was the turmoil. They looked at it as a competitive landscape of, instead of saying, bro, they got money out here for all of us, it was like, nah, they taking money from y'all. So people like Ism, he has, a land. So the land that he got, that's the land you won't got. The cotton that him and his family got is stuff you don't got, right? The coal that he's going mine and put on the market, instead of you doing it, he got it, and that's customers you can have. And I'd rather buy from you than to buy from him. And if you remember, during that time, we had barbershops, laundromats, banks, everything. So I want y'all to see this. Not only are we gonna talk about it, but we got a dope video that I want y'all to check out. The video is about 5 minutes. I think it's gonna be real good for y'all to look at. Check it out. Let's get to it, man.
On November 10, 1898, over 2,000 armed white people descended on Wilmington City Hall and forced black and white elected officials to resign in a coup. At the time, Wilmington, North Carolina was home to a prosperous community of black business owners, doctors, lawyers, and politicians. In the days leading up to the 1898 election, white groups known as Red Shirts organized to intimidate black voters. Infuriated by the result of a biracial government, a mob of white men waged a campaign of terror against black residents. Colonel Alfred Moore Waddell, a former Confederate officer and U.S. congressman, led the mob and declared that he would choke the current of the Cape Fear River with black bodies. Armed white rioters destroyed black businesses and killed hundreds of black residents. The Daily Record, a black newspaper that had previously denounced lynchings of black people, was the first business the mob targeted. President William McKinley declined to intervene, leaving Wilmington's black residents to fend for themselves. Thousands of black citizens fled the city in the wake of the insurrection, which dramatically altered the racial demographics of the city. Colonel Waddell, who led the insurrection, was appointed Wilmington's new mayor. Racial hierarchy was codified as state policy for half a century to follow.
In the years after the Civil War, we have the end of chattel slavery as we know it. 4 million people formerly held in bondage are now citizens. They have the marks of the lash on their backs. And they settle in this city that's on the rise.
The best way to understand Wilmington is to understand that coming out of the Civil War, you have Reconstruction.
Reconstruction was the process by which the nation tried to come to terms with the end of slavery and the end of the Civil War, to bring the seceded states back into the Union, and to try to make good on the promises of the original founding by integrating newly freed African Americans more fully into the nation. The end of slavery means that they can have access to their families, that they can work and be paid for it, that they can have schools, that they can have churches, their own businesses, land. A lot of historians have likened it to a second American Revolution.
Before 1898, Wilmington exemplified the spirit of Reconstruction. Wilmington was the state's largest city.
As one of the few open ports for international travel and traffic in North Carolina, this was a very prosperous city. The railroad system drove backcountry items straight into the port in Wilmington and then out into the rest of the world. So tar, pitch, and turpentine, the things that came from the forests of North Carolina, really drove some of this economy. The Sprunt Cotton Compress here in Wilmington, they were one of the largest exporters of cotton in the world by this time.
Wilmington was one of those important centers for newly freed people to find opportunity.
There was really no other major city in the South like Wilmington. First of all, it had a majority black population of 56%.
They have the opportunity to compete with whites for well-paying jobs for both skilled and unskilled labor. So we see African Americans working as brick masons, blacksmiths, carpenters.
You have folks who are stevedores working on the docks. You're having the black leadership that have college degrees.
There was a professional class there of doctors and teachers and lawyers.
You've got the array of hard-working black folk up and down the class line. It was a real community.
One interesting aspect of Wilmington was that blacks sold items at the city market downtown alongside whites, and this was highly unusual.
They are operating on terms of equality. White vendors are having to compete with black vendors for customers. And one of the most prominent black businessmen in the 1890s was a man by the name of Isham Quick.
My name is Inez Campbell Eason. I am the great-great-granddaughter of Isham Quick. He was born in 1843. At the end of slavery, he sojourned up to North Carolina, ended up in Wilmington. He was a wood and coal dealer at the time. He also chartered a black-owned bank called the Metropolitan Trust Company.
This was quite significant that African Americans had not only began to acquire large sums of money, but that they were able to invest them in black banks. We see large numbers of black business owners, large numbers of black homeowners. Wilmington is essentially a promised land for African Americans.
Stroll down the old Broadway, resplendent, transcendent. They took your breath away.
The Saguar family in Wilmington went back generations.
They were one of the most prominent black families in Wilmington. Frederick Saguar was a renowned carpenter, providing cutting-edge construction services to both black and white residents here in Wilmington.
These are civic-minded people. They're involved in their churches. They are raising these extraordinary families of children who go off to be educated as soon as that becomes possible. There is this deep soil of black cultural achievement here in Wilmington.
Jose, how you like that?
Nah, that's good. I gotta ask the people though, how they feeling about this.
All right, so listen to me right quick, y'all. I want y'all to, cause we trying something here, right? The goal is not to like beat us over the head, excuse me, with slave talk. We know about slavery, all right? We don't gotta keep getting beat over the head with that. But there's also pioneers, people like Isham Quick, who we don't even know about, different families in Wilmington, different families in Rosewood, different people that did amazing things that I feel like we can highlight and we can find videos, me and myself and the team. So just let us know how you feel about this, and if you like it and if you enjoyed it, we definitely want to bring y'all more of these, but we don't want to like bore y'all, if that makes sense. Like, you know, the videos won't be 10, 15 minutes. You know, it'll be somewhere between 3 and 6 minutes. We feel like that's enough for you to get an idea, but also enough for you to go do a little more homework on your own. I remember we started off doing a trap of the week every week, but then we just got into the show. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
that's on us.
and it's
That's on
important
us.
that I think that we bring it back. And it's to highlight us from so many different angles, from ownership, from wealth, to pioneers, to communities, to so many different things that I think we can talk about outside of just like slavery. You know what I'm saying? So let's see in the chat, Jose, how they feel about that. Do they like that? Do they mind having a 5-6 minute span where we just breaking down something like this? You heard me?
We got a 98%. It's like, yeah, nah, we feeling this for
Oh,
real.
cool. We love it.
You know
then.
what I'm saying?
Let's go.
So we good.
We love that. We love that. We love that. We love that. All right, let's get to it, man. What we got next on the list, man? Let's get to it. I love it. Oh, let's go.
1-800?
1-800.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go 1-800. Let's get to it.
Yo, Trap. A few weeks ago, you said when it comes to the Goldman Sachs play, you said when it gets to a certain percentage or a certain stock price, you're gonna add a leg to it. When it comes to adding legs, as a bullish investor and trader, how far out is that leg as percentage wise? Are you going out 5% or whatever number? And how far out is the expiration date? Is it 2 months, 3 months? Thanks, Trap.
All right, so the dope part about that, Jose, is we got a whiteboard moment tonight.
On that?
Well, you know, the queen finessed us last week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She finessed the shit out of us last week.
Right.
She did such an amazing job, bro. I thought I was above being finessed by like a black woman until I got finessed. And I realized that it's just something that black women do. It don't matter what stage of life you in as a man. Like, a woman can finesse you. So she finessed us last week, so we gonna do that after the last 1-800 Trapper hotline. We'll do that whiteboard moment on that, and it was pertaining to adding a leg. So let's go to the next one.
Yo, Trap, what's good, my brother? As always, appreciate all the information and the time you give to, helping the community, learn about investing. Loving Trappin' Tuesdays as always. Jose, thanks for taking my question. So my question for you, Trap, is basis points is obviously very important. What are some ways you can find out exactly how they're calculated, or any websites you can give so you can study more about how the basis points affect the three indices, like the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and the Dow? I know the basis points affect each one differently. So just wondering if you could kind of guide us on how or where we should go to look to learn more or study more about the basis points. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Yo, I love the chat. My dog said,
what filter that
he
boy got?
No, he said he in heaven. Bro, I checked.
That's my guy, though. He been rocking me for a long time, bro. And I'm surprised to see him on a video. He never comes on, like, he been rocking with me since a long, bro, that's a old hoodie. That ain't the new hoodies. That's a trap. I was rocking with you when you was selling these hoodies out your auntie.
Shout out to Jesse. That's
Yes,
Jesse.
sir.
Yeah,
Jesse
yeah.
Shorts. So basis points are, so every index is moved differently on basis points. So if you don't know what basis points is, so you see the Dow is up 0.5%. Well, those basis points equal 1/100%. You feel me? But the thing about it is, you'll see, the Dow, watch this, 1% on the Dow, 1% on the NASDAQ, and 1% on the S&P are all different because every index is weighted different. All right? So watch this. A stock has to be a certain price to be on the Dow Jones. So that is moved based on stock price. Whereas the S&P, your company has to have a certain valuation before it gets to the S&P, which is how you get taken off the S&P because your market cap ain't a certain way, right? So those basis points are gonna be 1/100th of that. And so every time, so watch this, you'll see the Dow, you'll see them say the Dow has dropped 400 basis points, but it won't even be a percent. Right? But you'll see the S&P may be up 0.5%, and that basis points differential will be different. So I'm gonna give you some homework right here. I want you to go, the homework I'm gonna give you on that is this. What is the determining factor on how many basis points each index move? Ash, what's good, beloved? That's gonna be your homework because you'll see the intricacies on how each one moves. And watch this. This will also help you not panic when you see each index has moved a certain amount of basis points, but the percentage is different on how they up or down. That's so good. I like that. I like that. That's a great question. And I want you to break that down the same way. I want your homework for next week, or you in the group is, and everybody is, what is the distinction on how each index moves pertaining to its basis points? Because I promise you this. This is good. Watch this. If the NASDAQ drops 1,000 basis points and the Dow drops 1,000 basis points, your portfolio, gonna be completely different. I personally, I'm gonna be honest with you, when they tell me the Dow is down 300 points or something, I don't even budge. But if they tell me the S&P or the NASDAQ is down 200 basis points, I'm checking like, oh, goddamn. Yeah, you walk out here like George. Oh, I'm telling you, so you'll see the difference on that, and that's gonna be real good at you. That's gonna be real. I promise you. When they tell you the Dow Jones is down 200-300 basis points, you don't got a trip. When you wake up and they say the S&P is down 300 basis points, hey, go on close the app, fam. Go on close the app. S&P, that NASDAQ down 400, 500 basis points. Go on close the app. Don't even look at it for the day. Don't even look at it for the day. Go on, lock up the puppies. Yeah. It's a bad day. You know what I mean? The sun don't shine. I'm telling you. All right, let's go a little further, man. Let's go a little further.
Hey, good evening, Trap. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Reed, and I am new to the Patreon. And I wanted to ask, is there a way within the Patreon that we can have sections, like subsections or channels, so that when all of these gems, and there's so many gems being shared within the Patreon, that when all of these gems are being shared, that we have a point of reference that we can go back and study and review. So it could be sections for newbies. It can be a section for charts. It could be a section for all of Trap's option plays. It could be a section for buy and hold, right? The list goes on and on. It could be a section for books. For instance, someone shared this within the Patreon, and I bought it, and I don't have a way to thank them. So if we could have subsections, that would be great. Thank you for taking my question.
That warm hug with the finesse.
Warm hug with
black women, bro.
finesse.
The island, right? Some cold-blooded.
Look, I told her, I said, look, I was going to answer her, but I said, no, we're going to do it for the show.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that on Jose. Yeah.
Because look, we did it before, you know, it got a little But yeah, we're gonna
I'm
definitely
gonna put that on
some-
Jose. So we can make a. I guess we can figure out how to do it.
Yeah, we can segment it. So what happens is y'all been pretty good right now.
So watch this. I'm not. So watch this. I'm not. So first of all, thank you, Queen. Right? That was a warm hug and another finesse. I'm telling y'all right now, my ladies, stop finessing me. Stop coming on here, talking sweet to me. Right? Not even in a seductive way, like in a loving way, finessing me.
Mr. Fish said that wasn't even a question. It was
You
a
feel me?
strong
Not even. Yeah,
suggestion.
that's the same thing with the last queen did. It wasn't a, hey, Trap, you know nobody can't teach me but you. Boom, finesse in play. Finesse already in play. Which you edify me, boost the ego.
Yep.
Right? And then proceeds, you know what I'm saying, to the finesse. I just said this, bruh. The women, bruh, see that? And now I'm over here contemplating how to get it done. That's the bad part.
Right.
Now I'm about to spend 3 minutes with Jose, man. I think we can really,
Yep.
I think if we can, you feel me? Just the finesse, man. So first of all, shout out to my island queens. Cause we got a few of them in the chat. Shout out to the island queens. We love y'all, we appreciate y'all, all right? Somebody said that's an organic finesse.
Right. Chanel was the one who finessed you last week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Chanel,
man, shout out to my island queens. We'll figure it out. Between myself and Jose, we're not gonna make multiple rooms though, Jose.
Yeah, nah, because again, you know, sometimes they be
It'll
getting
get-
out of hand.
it'll get crazy.
They wild wolves in
See,
there.
right now we got them separated so they can manage. But when everybody go together, it go to.
I remember when I first separated it, Trap was like, bro, what we doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
They going crazy.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we gotta separate them. We gotta separate them. So we'll figure it out, and we're gonna have to put some restrictions on how we do it.
Put y'all notifications on. We got you.
Another thing too, though, I'm not gonna lie though, we got but it's in tiers already.
It's in tiers, but we can still segment it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? She just looking for, because I'll be honest with you, a lot of people who come in, they're like lost in there a little bit.
Well, we sent I got a video.
Still, it's a constant update type deal. You know what I'm saying? But I got you.
So we might have to add like Elise gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad. She probably watching like, nigga, you better not say my name.
She probably texting me right now like,
it's like, nigga, don't give me no more work. We'll get like a Patreon success advocate.
The lieutenants.
Come on, you heard that
like
just
we
now?
got-
You heard that?
Just
Come
like-
on.
just like we
a
got in Trappers
Patreon
Anonymous.
success advocate.
Yep.
Come on, L. L say, long as it ain't me, nigga, I don't care. I don't care what you do. So we come up with like a Patreon success advocate. So when you come in the group, we'll find a way to like, I guess, help them navigate the space.
Yep.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about Trappers Anonymous. Trappers Anonymous is broke down like that. Like I got them, like, let me just shout out Chelsea, Tori, Lieutenant Casey, Jabari, Natalie, Tanika. Hey, when you come in there, they be like, hey, sit down right here. 30-day challenge right here. You hear me? Fact checks over here. Hey, they get you in line when you come to that Trappers Anonymous. Hey, Sunday you come to the class, right? Thursday we got a book club. Like they get you right in Trappers Anonymous. They don't play. I gotta figure out to do that. I gotta figure out a way that they about to get mad. But you know the Patreon, that's my hood friend. We be thugging. I be thugging it ain't no secret. Where's Janelle that? She gonna be like, oh, look what Janelle told me the other day. Oh, you talking to us today. We your hood friends. You done come back from vacation. You feel like talking to us today. I said, damn. All right, let's go a little further, man. We got one more? And then we'll do the whiteboard moment that I talked about. That was it? Okay.
Good evening. This is Tyreek in Waldorf, Maryland. We always hear and make sure we do our research before investing in a company, and I understand that. But what is actually considered doing the research on a company? Is it just the stuff that Trap tells us to do in the options masterclass, like looking at guru focus, bar charts, etc.? Or is it more than that? And also, how do I look up and evaluate a company's financials, like earnings, profits, losses, etc.? Thanks for taking my question.
My dog was serious too.
Hey, check this out. First of all, I appreciate you, King. You heard me? 100% he sound like one of the dudes that narrate the documentaries that I be watching.
Oh, yeah.
On this day in 1968. It was apparent. It was apparent. The energy in the neighborhood was thick and grim.
Then he was talking to you in third person like you ain't talking directly to you.
The hostility in the area. We knew for a fact. The white mob came. It was during this time that we understood.
Hey, you been really in your documentary,
Bro,
man.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Shout out to my guy. What's good, King? So first, thank you for being in the Patreon. So research is the Wall Street Trapping course or the Trapper Method course. Those would be the greatest ways to research where we break that down for you. But it's understanding the fundamentals of a company. I mean, how strong are they from a balance sheet, income, cash flow statement? What is the core business? So one of the things I love, is understanding the core business, understanding the core product of a business, and does that business have pricing power in the marketplace? That is important for me to understand when I'm looking at a business. If that business doesn't have some type of moat or pricing power, I probably won't invest in it. Second thing is finding an evaluation is asking yourself, what is this company worth and what will I buy it at? So if you're in a Patreon, you notice that one of the things I put in on the lottery picks is, and if you knew, I don't know if you got it, but I'll give you full prices, the current price, and then I'll give you the value of the stock. And when I say what the value of the stock is, the value is what is this company worth, not on the market, but from a valuation perspective. And how do you get that number is, we have a whole, so one, if you asking this question, you got access to the triple beam. So the triple beam is a discount cash flow calculator that I created. You put those metrics in, and what it'll give you, first of all, is a terminal value of the overall business, and then it breaks that business down into shares, and it gives it to you on a per share basis. So what we want to know is what is the company worth on a per share basis so we understand what do we buy it at. The next thing I give you is what's called a Traps buy-in price, meaning here's what the company is worth, here's what I would buy it at. Not all the way, but this is when I'll probably start a position. This doesn't have to be a full discounted price. The last price is a load the boat price. That price is, hey, if it hits this price, I'm putting as much money as I can in it. And so that comes from an evaluation perspective. Did we answer the question, Jose? Good. So one, man, get into, or I'll be honest with you, you can get in in the Trappers Anonymous, and there's actually a enterprise value formula in there. 100%. And in Trappers Anonymous, one of the things we do really good in there is teach you how to break down companies. All right, Jose, let's get to this whiteboard moment right quick.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Hey, this goddamn is good. How we look? We good? Let me know. supposed to reset the chat. Let me see how many people now.
Gotcha.
Let me know when you're ready. Yeah.
9:22.
All right, good time. We got good time. All right, we ready? We good? All right, so last week we got finessed into doing this. So I'm doing it. That's why I'm telling y'all, Queen, don't call here finesse me no more. My no game about to be strong. All right, so last week, this gonna go with you, Miguel. You asked me about rolling a play down, right? So first of all, let's talk about it. So we're gonna roll a play down. We're gonna talk about rolling a play down, and we're gonna talk about adding a leg to a play. It's two different things, right? So last week, the Queen asked me about rolling a play down. So it kind of goes like this. Let's say I got my dog in here, Alex. So let's say we'll call his stock Good Energy Trucking, GET. Right, so let's say GET. Come on, dog. You heard me? Good Energy Trucking. So GET is trading. So let's say we got a call on GET for 150. Stock is currently trading at 125. We got an expiration date on GET for, let's say, June. So three things that this tells us. One, we got GET stock, Good Energy Trucking. We got a call option on it, means we think the stock gonna go up. We put a price tag on it, which is a strike price, saying we think that this stock gonna go from 125 to 150 by this expiration date, June, we'll just say 10th, 2025. All right, everybody understand that in the chat? Everybody understand that in the chat? All right, so let's understand what this is. This is gonna be what's called on an options chain, right? So on the chain, they're gonna have different prices, and they're gonna have different volumes, they're gonna have different open interest, it's gonna have different deltas, a whole bunch of things. But these are the most important things that you need to understand about this. So let's say now watch this. Once you get 30 days close to this, so once you get to May, the time gonna speed up on this, because now you're getting 30 days closer to the expiration date. Now what that means is that's gonna be called theta. So that's your time and how this thing moves. That's gonna start speeding up on you. So like around April, so let's say we're in February. So March and April, it ain't gonna move as fast unless the stock do something drastic. But once you get into May, now you done got 30 days close to that expiration, everything speeds up on you. Everything gonna speed up on you. Meaning if it go down $1, that dollar gonna be real harder to bounce back from. If it go up $1, that dollar now has a little more value and it's harder to take away from you. But once you get inside 30 days, it's harder for you to recover from an L. So that's why I always say in our plays, once we get to 30 days, I'm making the distinction, do I exit or do I chill? The reason why I exit, if I'm up a little bit, like we up 10, 15, 20, 30% on a play, 40%, and I'm inside that 30-day range, I'm willing to take that profit and go about my business. Now, if I'm up 100, 200%, I probably ate on it a couple times, and I'm willing to take the risk on letting that play move.
Hold on, y'all. We trying to make sure my guy volume. So this is what we're gonna do.
All right, let's go. All right, let me know we back. Let me know we back, Jose. Let me know we back. We back? All right, so I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I kind of know where y'all stopped at. Anytime the stock gets 30 days closer to the expiration date, everything speeds up on you. So the goal is to lock in profit before you get to that 30 days. So I look at it as like a red light. Once I get to 45 days, closer to the expiration date, I'm in yellow light mode, which means I got to slow down and start really paying attention to what's going on. At the 45-day range, you now making that decision pre-30 day. So you saying to yourself, I'm in 45 days. If I'm up or I'm down, I need to be ready to make a decision whether I'm going to exit this play or whether I'm going to take my profit and go about my business. Once you get into that 30-day range, now you're in that danger zone. You got to make a decision here. Either decision, you're saying, okay, 30 days, I'm up 50%. Trap, I'm willing to take half of this out this play and see what the other half do within those 30 days. Either way, you good. But if the stocks swing on you against you in them 30 days, it's really hard for you to recover. Does that make sense? So you want to always give yourself recovery time. That's why I say day trading is for heroin, because you don't have no recovery time. You got to be on your P's and Q's. Niggas are strapped every day, all day. They strapped. They ready. They're ready. All right, so here's what you're going to do here. The 125 doesn't have to hit 150 for your play to start turning profit. Okay, that's important. The 125 doesn't have to hit 150 to turn profit. But I'm about to tell you something that's going to be crazy right here. Let's say you in May and your 125 is at 130 because of the time and the expiration date, your play can actually be negative. Listen to me. So what happens is, now that you inside this 30-day range, the theta is now against you, and you need the stock to perform better than normal. So you can be making ground, but because you inside of this range, you can actually not be profitable. All right. Let's go a little further. Everybody with me right here, Jose? Everybody with me right here? All right. I think it's going to be good for him, Jose. I think it's going to be good for him. Okay. So watch this. We're going to use that same situation, and we're going to do what's called... Am I still not no sound, or that's just old? That's old?
Yeah, them old. People are not watching at the same time.
All right. So watch this. We're going to use the same situation, and what we're going to do is we're going to roll it. Hear me out here. So let's say you got the 125 strike price. We are now in May. It expires in June, and you like, bruh, I like this play, but I'm down $100. We're going to just use that. We ain't going to go crazy. So here's what you do here. You say, Trap, I'm going to take the GED stock, the good energy trucking stock. Trap, I'm going to keep the 150 call. Watch this. But I'm going to roll it out from June to September. You just rolled it out. All right? Watch this. What the market gonna do is say, you took the same strike price at 150, you rolled it out to September. You was minus, I'll just put a number out there, $25. Just gonna put a number out there. What the market gonna say is, you gonna then receive whatever the remaining you got left in there. Let's say, I'm just using a number here. Let's say you got, I don't know, $900 in it, right? Because it costs you 100. Let's say you bought however many contracts. What the market gonna say is, whatever this contract costs to extend this out, they're gonna say whatever you got left in that, we gonna add it to this, and you gonna just pay me the remainder. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Jose? Because if you can understand it, I use you as the person that don't understand the market.
Yep.
All right. Do you understand it, LaShawna? All right, so watch this. You use the same strike, the same play, Good Energy Trucking, because it wasn't performing here for you like you wanted, but you like the 150 call, you rolled the play down. You say, I'm going to take the 150 call and keep it. I'm going to stretch it to September. You was down $25. The market, you still took, watch this. This is the part that people forget. You still got to take that $25 loss. You do not avoid the loss. Most people think when you roll a play down that you avoid the loss. You do not avoid the loss. What you're only doing is offsetting the loss. So they're saying you down $25 bet. Whatever much you got left in there, we're going to take that and then add that to what this thing costs, and all you got to do is pay the rest. Does that make sense? Instead of you saying, go and get the whole thing from my account, you just transferring the balance. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Now, watch this. You can also do it like this, Jose. You can call this like a roll and extend. So watch this. You can say, Trap, here's what I want to do, Trap. I want to take the GET, the Good Energy stock. Watch this. I don't like the 150 call. So now you can say, I'm going to take the same thing. Watch this. I'm going to roll it down. Now you rolling it down and you extending it out. You doing this. Now you saying, Trap, I want to take the 150 call. I'm going to go with the 140 call because the stock is at 125, and I'm going to bring that thing out to September. This play probably going to cost you a little more because you went closer to the strike. So the market going to tell you the same thing. If you was down $25, whatever this play costs you, they're going to offset that. You're going to take that loss. They're going to take the remainder of it from your account. And now you just in the GET 140 September call. Does that make sense? So people think that because you roll a play down, you don't take the loss. No, you offset the loss and you just get it a new play. Now, let me give you another scenario because the queen asked me, and it's important that I give it to you every way that I can think about all the time in my head. I can take the same GET call. Watch this. I'm 30 days in, and I'm like, Trap. They got earnings coming up. They got some stuff coming up. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to take Trap. This is rolling the play up. Watch this. Trap, I'm going to take the same. I'm going to take the 150 call. I'm going to go with 140. Watch this. Let's say this play was a June. Watch this. Let's say this play was a June 25. In some cases, you can take that same play, switch that price and say, Trap, I'm going to go from a June 25 to a June 10. Because you'll find some plays that have multiple dates inside of a play. And so now what you just did was you rolled the play closer because you said, Trap, I want to play earnings. And watch this. That play is probably way cheaper. Because you just risked, you took a bigger risk. So when you put the game on your side, the market charges you more. when you put the game on the market side, the market charges you less. Are we trapping right now? We trapping right now? All right, cool. Let's run another play. Same thing. We're going to take the GET call. Now what we're going to do is we already rolled it out and stretched it out, right? And then we kept it the same when we stretched it out, right? Okay, we good. We good right there. All right, so those are three scenarios that we can do. We can take the same strike price, we can stretch it out, expiration date. We can take the same strike, roll that down, stretch it out, come in, or we can take the same, or we can change the price and the date. That is essentially you rolling. That's a roll. You rolling up, you rolling down, you rolling out, or you rolling in. And so adding a leg is just gonna be simple as I'm trapped, the stock is 125, strike price 150. How do I add a leg? It's simple, bro. You just take the same price. You say, hey, the price is this is a June call. You in May. Hey, well, you in June, let's say you got a June call right here. We in February. The stock goes from 125 currently to 100. You say, I won't keep that call, adding another leg and just saying, yo, I'm going to get good energy trucking again. I'm going to bring it in. Instead of having a 150 call, I'm going to go with a 110 call and I can keep it at a June play and it's still in February. You just added another leg to a play. That's all adding a leg is. Adding a leg is saying, I'm taking the same thing. It ain't no different. We'll use it again. All you did was add a leg. What is that? You already in the 120, the stock is already 125 when you bought it. You're going for a 150 call in June. Well, it's February. Let's say we had a day like today, this week. Now the stock ain't 125 no more. Now it's $95. Well, you like, Trap, I still like this 150 play, but it's at $95 now. Well, what do? Well, you get GET, and you said, bruh, instead of having a 150 call, Trap, now I like the 115 call, and I like it for June, or you may say, I'm gonna go out a little further, I like it for July. It's simple. You got the 115 call in GET trucking, you got it at June or July, you just added a leg to it. So now you got two calls. And if you go back to my recession portfolio, you see I got 3 legs in one thing. You added a leg and you rolled down. Jose, we simplified that?
Yeah.
And then for my guy, Miguel, who asked, how do you get the percentages? You go right back to the formula for the options course and you base it off that. Now, you know, inside the options masterclass, we show y'all how we get formulas, how we get strike prices, how we get expiration dates. You use the formula and you bring the formula and you add your leg based on that.
That's good.
Let's go.
We about to go to commercial.
That's good. We good? Hell yeah.
What's good, Trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like, you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, 1, because they weren't in the community, and 2, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through to take you from panic to encouragement. There's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just the book club, everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap.
All right, so let's get into it, man. Jose, tomorrow we got Nvidia earnings, bro. Nvidia earnings are up tomorrow. Will they breathe life into the market, or will they take life out of the market, Jose? A lot is on this tomorrow, Jose. So here's what I think. I'll be honest with you. I think it's gonna do what it's done the last 3 times. And what it's done the last, you don't think so? I think it'll do it the last 3 times. It did beat earnings, it did beat revenue, guidance was but what happens is the company the market is so optimistic on them, they set real high expectations. The company will beat earnings, beat revenue, give decent guidance, and did a buyback, and the stock still fell by 3% last time. Why? Because it didn't beat at a rate at which the market wanted him to be. Like, I beat earnings and revenue, did a $3 billion buyback, y'all still sold off on my stock. So the market has actually been trading in the same range since June of last year. Since June of last year, the stock has actually been trading in the same range. Y'all know what I always say, bro? I hate when great stocks split. From a trading perspective. When great stocks split and you trade them, it freaking messes up all your it messes up everything, and it has never failed me. Every stock that we have made a killing on and we've been killing it with, once they split, I kind of just leave them alone. Like 2023, 2024, bro, I probably traded Nvidia 20 times. I was having 5 and 6 legs in that boy, yeah? What? Listen, I had a 950 call. I had an 800, an 840, an 850, an 890. Bruh, see when it split? I've only traded it 3 times since the split. The one I'm in right now, the 150 call, the 130 call, and the one we had before that I barely got out of that. I think I got out of that with $2,000. I was like, hey, I'm taking my $2,000, I'm gone. I've been at that thing 6 months. Got 40 contracts. $2,000. I said, let me take my $2,000 and get up out of this thing, man. I'm up 3%. I'm good. How much? 3%? I've been here 6 months. I'm up 3%. Man, I'm good, man. Give my money. So I haven't been, it just has not, and here's why. Because now, once you split, you've now put more shares in the market. And now it takes more momentum to move that stock. Think about this. Before the split, Nvidia I remember one day that thing had an $83 day. The stock moved $83 and like we woke up one day, it was up. I said, ooh. I looked at the account. I said, I remember Alex asked me one day, hey, if I sell the McLaren, bro. I say, nigga, don't sell that car.
You have to put the car on.
My dog said, look, brother, we making so much money, bro. I'm going to just sell the McLaren. I don't even need it. I don't even drive it. He said, I can get about, yeah. I said, I mean, fuck it, sell it. We ball. I said, we ball, dog. But we was just going crazy. Bro, I'm telling you, I had like 5, and my people in the Patreon know, we had like 5, 6 different Nvidia plays from 2023. Bro, that was our, once it split, I said, hey, y'all, it's not gonna trade the same no more, and it really hasn't. So, but it still is an amazing company. It still is the life and bloodline of the AI industry, but you definitely have other companies that are, I don't want to say taking market share away from it, but they are like, so when you look at a company like the DeepSeek thing, right? When I look at that, I don't think that that company is taking market share from Nvidia, but what I do think is doing is letting other companies that need AI chips say, I don't got to spend max dollars on this high GPU from Nvidia when I can go get a cheaper version for what I need, right? Because Nvidia is the status quo. It's the big dog. And if they're the biggest boy and they got everything they need, then you like, hey, this is where I gotta go at. But if you get somebody that can say, hey, I can make the chip, you don't really need that. You don't really need that 18-wheeler. You can get this van. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. I think the stock will, again, you got companies like Microsoft, Apple, and they pouring billions of dollars into this brand. And so I think tomorrow, Jose, I asked you a question, though. You didn't say yes or no, though. So tomorrow, Nvidia has earnings after the bell.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be here to record that, bro. We need to go live. But I'm gonna probably do it on my phone. I don't think we gotta go live on a computer.
I mean, we got Cam say he already ready for that.
Oh, Cam ready for that?
Yeah, we put that joint on the personal too.
On the personal page? All right, Cam, you up next.
He ain't make no face though.
He ain't say
He ain't give me the head nod like.
Oh, he ain't say that. All right, we ain't gonna put him out there. I'm ready for it. All right, so that's how I feel. I think that, I don't know, man. I think there'll be earnings. I think there'll be revenue. I think they'll give solid guidance, but I don't think the market will be pleased. I don't think they'll satisfy the market. Especially, watch this, in market environments like this, good news is bad news is worse news, great news is okay news.
Run that back, Turbo.
In markets like this, that's why I tell you, environment is everything. In markets like this, good news is bad news is the worst news, and great news is okay news. And so I don't think they'll give us great. I think they'll give us good. And the reason why, because we've seen the margins decline the last 3 earnings. Still great, but the margins declined the last 3 earnings. And so right now, when we had, let's say if they'd have did earnings in January, good news would have gave us, hey, we good. They'd have gave us earnings 2 weeks ago. It would have been good. Now, if they don't blow it out the park, so, they always after market close. The part I hate about that is once they do it, now you gotta wait. You sweating all night. You looking at the after hour markets. Man, look at this mother. You on the after hour, man, this mother. Yeah, man. You going, listen, listen, I do not like I don't like to be waiting on an after hour play, but anyway, let's go to I might sell my shit in the morning. Let's go a little further, man. All right, let me see something. Give me, all right, that's good right there. So is the Mag 7 still magnificent? So watch this. 6 out of the 7 Mag 7 stocks right now are negative. 6 out of 7. Apple is the only Magnificent 7 stock that is positive, but all of them had a drawdown. Tesla, 36 drawdown. Nvidia, 17% drawdown. Google, 14% drawdown. Microsoft, 14% drawdown. Amazon, 13% drawdown. Meta, 11% drawdown. And Apple, 5% drawdown. Now, here's the thing. I'm sorry. 5 of the 7, because Meta is still positive for the year and Apple is slightly. Everything else, negative for the year. But here's what I will say, and this is going to be powerful when I say this. The S&P is still slightly up with the Mag 7 underperforming. That's impressive. That's impressive. Why is that impressive? Because if at any point they decide to come to the party, you get something that's okay, right? Now we've been 3 or 4 plays that's really been going crazy for us this year. Meta, Goldman Sachs, Netflix, Costco. Those option plays been going crazy for us this year. Out the park. So if you can get, now what I will say is this now, I'm not being real with you. Oh, and AVGO. If you can get Nvidia to give the market, so what the market needs is something to be confident about. If Nvidia can give the market at least something to be confident about, because the one thing I will tell you about the market is this. We already understand that February, as far as the backside of February being a bad month, we already knew that, we already understood that. But if Nvidia can give you a Wednesday, which is the, 26th close, if they can give you something to motivate the market, you'll get the 27th, that Thursday, the 28th. It'll ride that for 2 days, and then you'll go into March, which is actually considered one of the better months of the year. So that's what's on the line for me when I think about Nvidia, right? But if they sell off tomorrow, I don't know what can bring us back. I'm not trying to sell you. If if the market sells off tomorrow after market, if they sell off, then the only thing that I think you need another catalyst now to give the market footing. With 3, and here's my analysis right here. With 3 weak economic indicators, consumer sentiment, CPI, PPI, with those 3 coming in weak, retail's giving us weak, nothing else comes up in the moment to give us that footing. Right here, the consumer never lies. The Consumer Confidence Index, CCI, indicates consumers' assessment of current business and labor conditions. Watch this. This hasn't been this low since 2022. We haven't been here since 2022. Where we are right now. It's the lowest it's been. So I don't know what gives us the catalyst to turn a corner. And that's what the market needs. The market needs something to turn a corner to say, hey, here's something for us to be optimistic about. Why? Because you need that forward-looking, the market is a what? Forward-looking mechanism. So if Nvidia can turn a corner, this used to be Apple's job. This used to be Apple's job. Now it's Nvidia's job. So tomorrow will 100% be interesting for us, fam. Let's go a little further. All right, well. All right. So here's what I want to show y'all. I talk about it like America always recovers, y'all. America always recovers, and that's the one thing I want to follow this with. And here's why this is important. I want to show y'all something right here. Right? Here's the 3 situations where we really felt bad. Right? If y'all remember last year in the Patreon, we had this carry trade. It was about the Japanese yen. Remember I told y'all about it. I said, hey, this is a situation. This when the market flashed out in late August, July, August, when the market flashed out on us. But I want you to look at this pattern that happens. Watch this. This was when I told the Patreon, if we can get the 10-year from, watch this. This is when the VIX hit 65. This is when the VIX hit 65. If you're in a Patreon, you have nightmares from seeing this right here. I was in Italy. I couldn't wait to get back to America. I don't even know why, but I was like, bro, I need to be at my house for what's going on. This is crazy right here, right? So, but watch this. From that bottom of that carry trade, look what the market did from late August all the way to 2025. Look at that run. We had late August, we had September, October, November, December. Look at that run. Now, of course, you had some up and downs in that, but look at how that run went, right? And then you had a fall, late December, early January, you had a fall, and then you came back. And the deep seek trade war, that brung us down a little bit more. I always want you to understand, and just look from August to now, the market has always recovered once it found some footing. And I wanted to show y'all this before we end out tonight. It's because I want you to understand that it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, y'all. Imagine the market being down. And I started today when we talked about it, yo. Me seeing the market, make my account pull back 1.3 million in 4 days, bro, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, it sting. I don't care who you is, like, it sting. But I got so much confidence in the market and what it does. It doesn't deter me from playing the game. Because the same way we made $1 million in one option play, 1.2 million in one option play, the same way we made $860,000 in 6 weeks, and bro, like, that's proof that the game works. When you turn a $400,000 account to 4-point-something million, that's proof that the game works. In the from 2022 to 2024, that's proof that the game works. I haven't added a new dollar since. You got 6 people last year in the Patreon became millionaires. It's proof that the game works. You got people in that group that has made 5 figures, 6 figures. It's proof that the game works. The thing about the game working is sometimes there's a glitch in the matrix. And the glitch isn't meant to make you fearful. The stock market is a game that's going to always recalibrate itself, whether you like it or not. No matter what position you're in, that's why it's important that we talk about always being in position, always have money on the side, not putting money in a trade that you cannot lose. And I've been telling y'all this, yo. If you can't afford to lose half of it, don't get in it at all. If you can't lose 30% of it, don't get in it at all. If you can't afford to lose 20% of it, don't get in it at all. Everybody's financial fortitude is different. But what we cannot deny is that the game works. We've watched people become millionaires. We've watched people generate billions. We've watched people create generational wealth from this game. It works. We talked about something earlier in the show. We said Joseph had a dream. Pharaoh had a dream. He saw 7 skinny cows eat 7 fat cows. And for me, I told you what that meant. I wasn't trying to interpret it no other way, but the game goes through cycles. But the poor can become wealthy. In order for the skinny cows to eat the fat cows, the skinny cows had to be in the vicinity. You just gotta be in the vicinity. You just gotta be in the vicinity. I was looking at something the other day, man. It was the Olympic game. It was the Olympic documentary. And I just so happened to be in Paris. I went to that game. And to see Steph do that, I was like, bro, that's unreal. But guess what? In the moment, he understood the assignment. In order to hit them shots, he had to be on the court. You can't win the game sitting on the side watching everybody else play. In order to get in this game, in order for this game to change your life, in order for you to have the vision, the dreams, and the success that you want, you gotta have the audacity to turn adversity into opportunity. You gotta have the audacity to say, I'm gonna take my hard-earned money and put it in here because I know for a fact that this financial underground railroad is what's gonna give me the freedom. And if you don't understand that, then you'll never understand the game. You'll always be somebody that's dictated by the headlines. You'll always be somebody that people can talk you out of the game. Nobody can talk me out of this game. Nobody can tell me this game don't work. I can sit here for 2, 3, 4 hours and talk to you about this game because I believe in it that much and not have one script written. Everything off top of the head. Everything based off what I see and why, because I believe in the game and I treat this game like a game that can change my life. I don't treat this game like a gamble. I don't half-ass play this game. I'm all in from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. This game is the game that will change my life. This game is what that mantra was made for. When we said, my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. It's because I learned the game, I got the information, and then I implemented it, not once, not twice, but every time I get the opportunity. Every time, consistently, whether I'm winning, whether I'm losing, whatever it takes, the game can't trick me out of position. The game can't trick me out of position. And so once we realize that, y'all, when you come here and you sit here for 2.5, 3 hours, yeah, we laugh, yeah, we joke, we have fun, but we learning, we growing, we getting better. Man, I want y'all to make more money than me, man. I want you to be the person that tell your family, yep, I made $1 million. I can't wait till y'all hit me and be like, hey, Trap, I'm buying 100 contracts now. I'm buying 200 contracts now. Bro, I'm gonna applaud you. Not because you in competition with me, I'm in competition with you because the knowledge is supposed to evolve. If you don't get better than me, then I ain't teaching you right. I'm teaching you from real time. You get the opportunity to look at everything I'm doing and add your sauce to it. A lot of y'all smarter than me. But the dope part about this game is it ain't an IQ game. You don't got to have a bachelor's or a PhD or a doctorate. Shit, I barely got a GED. But the game ain't never did a background test. And so tonight, man, I hope y'all hearing me say, I show y'all every week the account. I've never ran from it. I've never hit it. I've never blocked nothing out that you can't see outside of just being honorable to my Patreon people. Because whether I win or lose in this game on a day-to-day basis don't matter. Because I know in the long run, I'm gonna always win more than I lose. And we've showed that consistently, and that will not change. And for that, man, I can't wait till one of y'all tell me that y'all the next millionaire. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, episode 132, Trappin' Tuesdays, man. We out. Listen, make sure you download, subscribe, automatic subscribe on all podcast platforms. Apple, Spotify, Google Play. We trying to go from number 50 to number 1, y'all. Make sure y'all go to all our places. Make sure y'all like the videos because Jose do a real good job. Steve, Nick, they do a real good job at breaking the pages down. If you're not on the Wall Street Trapper page, go get it. And make sure you get your merch so George can earn his goddamn keep, man. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night, man.